Welcome, everybody. My name is Megan. I'm your guest DM for this World of Warcraft themed tabletop adventure here on Random Encounter Productions. We are so happy to be back here. We had our first game last week. If you missed it, shame on you. And secondly, you can find it on Rep's YouTube channel. Watch it. It's a fun, good time. But not right now, because you're here, you're watching this one. Yes, this is Random Encounter Productions. We do video games, we do tabletop RPGs and streaming and stuff. The only ones that I know of right now are on Fridays. Blood in the Bayou, it's our Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition game. It's a spooky good time. Every other Sunday, Wonder Home, which is a cozy spooky good time. And soon, the inaugural game for the, what is it officially called? The Warehouse 13?
I think officially it is called Endless Wonder.
Endless Wonder, which is also the DM debut of our very own Chaos Pixie. We're very, very excited. I'm excited, and I'm really proud of her. So there's that. So, but that should be starting soon, I think, in the next couple of weeks coming up. So keep an eye on our socials, Twitter and others for. We'll see if Twitter.
And also,
live.
come to our Discord to stay up to date with all of those things.
Yes, join the Discord.
Yes. And it's also just fun. We post memes, and we will be doing our, as we do with every single game, our out of context chat, where everyone posts memes that let me know exactly what they think is happening in game, and then I laugh. So that's it for me. Let's go around, introduce yourself. If you've got, tell us who you're playing, and if you've got some stuff that you want to tell us about, go ahead. So Matthew, I think you're up.
My name's Matthew, and I don't have anything to plug, but I am playing Alethar Bloodweaver, the Blood Elf Warlock.
And I'm Andrew. If I'm not here, which is apparently where I spend most of my time, I have my channel, which is easy to spell. We play D&D on Sundays right after Wanderhome, actually, reasonably. And then video games on Thursday. I'm also on WD Photography. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, the dumpster fire that is Twitter, for my photography work. And yeah, that's what I do. On to Daddy.
Hi, I'm Daddy. I'm playing Grigzog Crescent Tooth because I have nothing else to be but a Death Knight good lad.
Listen. You say
also,
that like
I just realized, I'm sorry, I'm playing Durg the Goblin Druid. I totally forgot about my character.
That's on par for Durg.
So excited for everything you wanted to plug.
Yeah, this is my opportunity to shamelessly plug my own shit. Like I'm gonna
do it, man. Do it, man. We love a shameless whore. Yeah. So also, Matthew doesn't have demons yet because he didn't go demonology.
We're back.
Isn't that dumb? If you can be a warlock and you don't go demonology. So, so Hive has now over 1 million users, and Twitter shadow banned the mentions. So is Hive the new Twitter? Is that what that is?
Oh,
I will find this out on my own. We're gonna have that.
I'm kind of enjoying the dumpster fire that is Twitter.
Yeah,
come to
it's
Hive.
quite enjoyable.
I'll do that. I'll make a note. It's fun to watch Elon just burning money. Like, it's nice.
There was a rumor he's now going after Reddit next, and the memes coming out of that are just glorious.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, but that is another time. Tonight, it's Warcraft night. We find our trio of adventurers who haphazardly pulled a help wanted ad off of the War Chief's board and found themselves in the Ghostlands, the southern. Megan does not know cardinal directions really great. I have to go through the whole compass or else we don't know. The southern portion of, and then my entire brain rebooted. The Eversong Forest, the home of the Blood Elves, and also the northernmost part of the Eastern Kingdoms. So they are traipsing through what was the place where Arthas, the former Lich King, first attacked all of the on his way to attack the Sunwell. This place is shrouded in darkness and sadness. But we have 3 very not dark and sad adventurers going through, getting their fetch quests and their escort missions in after a run-in at the Windrunner Spire, where Grigzog was sent to pick up the lady's heirloom. Mission accomplished. And honestly, doing a pretty decent job against some ghosts and an errant banshee. The gentlemen find themselves a little worse for wear after combat. So a short rest was mentioned being wanted, yes?
Yes.
Oh, also,
Specifically for the squishy boy.
yeah, Durg ate an entire stick of butter. So,
Raptor Durg.
Raptor
ate an
Durg
entire-
wearing
and
a
it was
vest.
a pound of butter, which I believe is 4 sticks for our modern sensibilities.
Correct.
Okay, my bad. So,
Raptor Durg may have committed the crime, but real life Durg has to deal with the consequences.
He's gonna be
Guys,
real
it's-
grease lightning in a bit.
actually, I think a pound of butter is the size of Durg. It just morphs back, and there's just a square in his body.
It would have been so bad if you didn't swallow it whole.
But he did,
Yeah.
and this
He
is where
did.
we're at.
Yep.
So, as we take a short rest so that someone can get spell slots back, someone can digest an entire pound of butter, where do you guys want to? Where do you want to do your resting? You're technically still at the spire.
Alright, so yeah.
I was just saying that I would prefer to not have to do it here in this crumbling tower where we just got attacked by ghosts.
Alright, that's fair. There's a nice rock over there. What about you, Dig? You're still a raptor.
Rower.
No, you've unraptored.
Oh, do I have unwrapper?
You have unraptored because you are vested but pantsless.
Oh, right. That's
No,
That's
he
right,
has
that is-
pants.
no.
I handed them back.
he is currently pulling them on. This sort of. Realistically, I'm kind of fine just crashing wherever. That's usually leaks a lot of juices, though. No, I thought that's you might not want to walk too far. And got the pants on. I'm not feeling so good. Did I? I ate a pound of butter when I was a raptor, didn't I? I have a tendency of doing that when it's available. It's happened before. I've got to lay down. Just point me in a direction.
The rock.
Spins you around, pushes you towards rock.
Ugh, careful, Grigzag. Look, the butter's messing with my brain. Don't shake me up too much.
Alright.
I hate it.
I'll also go over to the rock so that we can short rest.
Yeah.
Okay. Short rest is an hour.
Yeah.
Excellent. So you guys have a short rest.
During which I don't have to heal too much, but he is like sneaking up behind Althor just to be like to reach out gently and try to like pluck at your eyebrow because it's so goddamn long.
Hey, be careful. If you do that, he's not going to be able to walk straight. That's a blood elf's entire their entire mobile faculties are dependent on the eyebrows remaining intact.
Make a Constitution save for me.
Is that me?
No, Grigzog.
Oh, me.
Grigzog.
Yeah.
Oh
Make a
boy.
con save for me.
Con save.
Oh God!
Uh,
You messed with the wrong eyebrows, motherfucker.
19.
19 just misses. Or fails. You take 10 points of arcane damage as you start to like go for the eyebrows. This sort of like spark of greenish, bluish, gold energy just zaps through your hand.
Alright. That's new.
I have found the way that we can take care of all future problem. I run at them eyebrow first.
Eyebrow first into danger. Sorry, I just have a question. Meg, is this something you researched? Did you research blood elf eyebrows? In the
Oh, I just made that up.
Good.
Oh, okay. I was curious if there was like deep lore we had stumbled on. Blood elf eyebrows.
I have been in the annals of Warcraft lore. You have no idea what I've seen, but I know about the brows.
The brows.
Sadly, no one will ever believe me.
Yeah.
Lore in a nutshell.
Do I feel, does he get the eyebrows? Like, does he like close finger on the brows?
No, he doesn't touch them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I feel this weird arcane energy leave me?
It's you hear a zapping, like a bug zapper.
Oh God.
And I don't know that this is the first time this has happened, you know. A lot of non-blood elves go for the eyebrows, so this is
Fair.
not the first time. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. So I know what
Your
this
eyebrows
is.
have a natural defense system. That's canon.
It just makes sense because if you lose them, you can't walk, and so it makes sense that you'd evolve to a point to protect that. This Southerville guy, is he somebody we're gonna want to like give advance notice that we're coming, or is this just a come over, show up, have a good time? Is this like the party back at the Silver Moon?
No, we should be able to just show up, I would assume. What was it that you were going there for again? Obviously to be a roommate, but there's something else?
That was my assumption. It has come to my knowledge that I may have misread, i.e., not read the piece of paper that I traveled across the entire world to be here for. That's on me.
All right.
It said something about the Sunstrider Reserve, which I imagine is some fancy ass, blood elf wine. At first, I thought it was going to be a place. I thought I was told two places. So Sunstrider Reserve. But if it's a party, I imagine we just walk in, order the Sunstrider Reserve, order a couple bottles of it because we just have to take the one, is my guess. Hopefully we don't have to fight any ghosty ladies, but doesn't seem like the place for that. We'll find out.
Speaking of him saying we just have to take one of them, right? Like, none of our notes have said what to do with these items, right? They've just listed a location and what we have come to learn as an item.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it.
But it wasn't plural, which is my keen intuition.
Fair. All right.
Piecing that together. This is retroactive because I didn't read the note to begin with. I thought I was coming here
No,
for like a new place to live.
It didn't say plural, yeah, and it also didn't say anything else like a batch or box, or it just said Sunstrider Reserve.
Does that item sound familiar?
Make a history check.
Ooh, not good. 13.
You think he's got it right? It sounds like a drink.
Some sort of drink. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. Well, like I said, I think we can just walk in. If not, we can probably find some booze somewhere to give him as a gift, get us in, cover charge of sorts. How long is it going to take us to get there? I know that we had vaguely mapped out where each of the things is.
Yeah.
It's gonna take like days, right?
No. It's so it roughly took you like maybe 15 minutes to fly here from Silver Moon.
Okay.
So it's about that distance. So walking, maybe it'll take an hour.
Oh, okay. Easy peasy. Okay, got it.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's been talked about coming up with some sort of gift to get us in. Dirk knows a party. Dirk is going to put his herbalism skill to work to see if he can
Uh-oh.
gather up some fine herbs.
Yeah. Make
Oh.
me a nature check, an herbalism. So I guess, do you have proficiency in nature?
I have proficiency with an herbalism kit. I weirdly enough do not have proficiency in nature.
As
Because
a
that
druid?
seemed too. It seemed too on the nose
be
for a druid.
surprised.
I'm
It's
a
not that kind of druid.
I'm an Ogremar sewer druid.
That's
Okay.
fair.
I'm gonna say, for an herbalism check, you can add proficiency to your nature.
Okay. That is 17 then.
Ooh.
Okay. Hold on, let me look this up. Um,
And I guess if it's a blood elf party, worst case, we can just, harness some mana worms, the crack pigeons of Silvermoon City.
Crack pigeons of Silverman City. Yeah, you find 3 bundles of mage royal, um, and 2 bundles of silver leaf.
Two bundles of silver. Yeah, now this shit will get the party started. How far out are we?
It'll take us about an hour, I would assume. Hopefully not more. If we get stopped by something, it'll take long.
Well, now you fucking said it.
I have to say it. Shit happens.
All right. So we good? We had enough?
I think so, yeah.
Sure. Not.
Okay.
I don't know. I got this cat now. I don't know where it came from, but I got a cat.
There's cats everywhere, man. There's cats everywhere in Silverman. You're fine.
I'm surprised you're able to catch that. My experience with cats in this area is they all have haste cast on them. That's 100% that's happened to me so far.
Very true. Go ahead if you want. Make make a survival check. Whoever wants to.
Alright, I can do that.
24.
24.
For me is 7.
Okay. Well, the 24 is good. So, as you guys, as you start making your way north, back into Riversong Woods, you hear the all too familiar of murlocs on the shore, and you know that murlocs always. The problem with murloc, they're like at one by themselves, they're easy, but they're never by themselves. It's always a swarm. And so you can, if you want to, you can go that way a little bit and maybe shave some time off, but you're gonna have to deal with the murlocs, or you can try to get back on the road. You don't know what all you're going to find there, or you can just cut straight through the forest. And again, you don't know what's there. You do know that if you're on the paths, a lot of the wildies will kind of give you a little bit of a berth. You don't know if that's going to happen in the woods or not.
I'm all for shaving time off the journey, but to my understanding, it's Murloc mating season, and I do not feel comfortable going that way. In the Murloc's defense, it's always
Always
Murloc mating
Murloc mating
season. That's why there's so many of them. That's why it's always better
that
to
makes
stay
sense.
the hell away from Murlocs.
Yes, there's no need to go towards the murlocs.
And really, realistically, what are the odds we actually save any time going that way? That's,
I mean, they taste good.
it wouldn't be. I wouldn't be opposed to trying. Like, if you can eat a pound of butter, you can really eat anything.
Right, listen, all right.
Only one
I'm
of
just
us
saying.
has eaten a pound of butter, so that's on you.
Actually,
Two of us have eaten a
See?
pound of butter,
Yeah.
and that's
Chris
on
Gug's
you.
my
Roll.
guy.
yeah.
Chris Gug's my guy.
Ugh.
Man, I'm sorry. If I had known, you were a kindred spirit, I probably wouldn't have gobbled the whole thing up. I just assumed.
It makes you feel no better. I can't taste it. I just did
Wow.
it to see if I could taste, and I can't.
It's a weird thing to use to try to figure out if you could taste it, and it's just we are like walking
there.
the
Yes,
other
yes,
direction away from the Murlocs.
Do we want to go? Are we on this road or are we going through the forest?
We'll say the road is going to take a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Just because that's how
I'm
roads
okay
work,
with the road.
I'm
Guys,
okay
Yeah,
with
I'm
In
cool with
fact,
the road.
Alethar seems to be sticking towards the road, and then if you guys pull off, he'll go with you. But he's trying to maybe hurt us on the road.
I mean, I could get a step faster if y'all want. Right? I can do that. I can get a step faster. Would you like to?
Now, Greg Zug, it's not that I
Yeah.
don't trust you. It's just
Yeah.
that I hardly know you.
Yeah,
How?
that's fair.
What's the plan
We
here?
can take Persephone.
Which is a
And he does this, and a giant skeletal warhorse out of the ground. Dots Persephone.
God's above. All right.
Oh God, what is that?
Yeah,
Dot is Persephone, and she is the prettiest horse ever.
Huh?
she's
Persephone?
She's got an excellent bone structure.
I will say, for mechanics, Persephone can only take one person, unless Greg Zog is going to go into it. Or not Greg Zog, if Dirk's going to be a mouse.
I mean,
I had the image in my head of Grigsog riding Persephone with Arthur in his arms and Dirk as a little mouse on his shoulder.
I need the fan art. I need this fan art. Thank you. Please and thank you.
Actually, do I have access to the?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whenever
The minute Persephone shows up, you hear this laughter in your ear. Like it's the same low voice you've been hearing this whole time. And what languages do you speak again?
Abyssal, Common, Elvish, Orc, and Primordial.
Yeah, okay. Essentially it's like it's a cobbled together version of like, oh, that's a nice try. Watch this. And like it just sort of you find in your mind somewhere oh hey. I know a spell like that.
Yeah, he like you all watch him like kind of cock his head a little bit, and then he just like looks at his hand and he snaps. And then then this weird like greenish energy comes out of his hand and goes to the ground, and then a hawk strider, the racial blood elf mount, just kind of materializes in front of him. Huh.
However-
Apparently I can do that too.
However, it's not just a normal hawk strider. It's not skeletal, but it doesn't really look healthy. And instead of the vibrant gold and red plumage, this is black and silver and green. And dripping off the ends of its feathers is this thick green sort of ichor. That as it hits the ground, you see the grass sizzle and sort of brown.
Buddy, you might
Alethar-
want to practice that spell a few extra times.
Yeah, Alethar like actually finally looks at it and goes, "Oh God. Oh no, what have I done?"
Yeah, that's pretty unsettling. That's
Oh. And he'll kind of shake his hand and try and get it to go away. See if the bird dematerializes.
It will. And then you shake some more and it comes back.
Is it exactly the same?
Yeah.
Oh God.
As it comes
Ugh.
back, you see Persephone kind of walks over to it and nuzzles it a little bit, and they have this really like I see you moment. We are both absolutely fucked mounts, aren't we? Yes, my friend, we are.
In the World of Warcraft thing on our Discord, which y'all should join if you haven't.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I put the reference for how I
She
view
pretty.
Persephone.
Yeah.
Oh, she pretty.
Ooh.
Um,
I'll.
well,
I guess I'll.
I
Like,
guess the grand.
go.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no,
Matthew.
no, no. Go for it.
I was gonna say the grand unveiling of Durg's travel form as he just turns wild shapes into a mouse or a rat, like a overweight rat. And I know with druids their equipment doesn't change size. Can the vest change size?
Oh, it has to.
Okay.
I was just about to correct you. I was like, maybe the equipment don't, but that vest do.
The vest, so just kind of a rotund rat scratching its belly with the vest on.
They call me
Squeak,
Big Papa.
squeak, squeak, rat noises, and he is going to climb up Persephone's leg and like up to the face and kind of waddle over to the eye socket and like curl up in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could probably get in the eye if you wanted to.
Oh, it's the
It kind
cutest thing.
of turns to face, squeak, squeak,
Oh.
Right.
just curled up, ready to go.
I think that we are ready. Right? You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll go over and try and touch it, see if I sizzle like the grass does when stuff happens.
Nope, and it puts its like a cat.
Mm.
It keeps nuzzling your hand. It feels kind of cool to the touch. It's very pleasant, and when you touch the feathers, they're very soft. And reminds you of a normal, like what. I keep wanting that. Don't put it in chat now. I just want to call it a chocobo. One of the
Ox
birds
Rider.
are like. Actually, I was like chocobos.
Listen,
Yeah, it's very soft, and it's liking you a lot.
every time I have thought about maybe mentioning a Hawk Strider, I've had to Google Blood Elf racial mount. So I'm right there with you.
Yeah. So the chocobo.
Yep. Yep.
Fuck you, Andrew. So yeah. The out of context chat has begun. Amazing. So yeah. So everything I was going to do to try to deter you guys from making it there in a timely manner, you have successfully fucked around. So you stay on the roads. As before, when you cross the scar, that aura of Grigzog sort of keeps everything away. All of you make perception checks, please.
$14.
A natural
14.
1 for a 3.
14
Oh.
and 2 and a 14?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 14s and a 3, yeah.
Okay, yeah. The 3, you're
I'm busy.
distracted. You guys don't see it at first. You feel it. It's a thundering shake of the ground every maybe 8 seconds or so. And it starts to reverberate up your legs, and you can feel it in Persephone's skull. You look and you see coming from the south of the scar, even in the distance, you know that this thing is massive, is this giant flesh construct with scars and wounds and cuts that are being held together with what can only be described as like medical staples that are the size of a car fender, just crisscrossing its body. You can see beating and bloody organs oozing where the skin can't quite get together, dragging behind a very malformed, bloated corpse arm is a very, very long a ship's chain, and instead of an anchor, it's a butcher's meat hook, It's the size of a cow. It's dragging in the dirt and ash behind. You see it actually picks up a couple of the scourge that are in the scar and sort of yeets them into the walls of the because it's like there's like a little bit of a dip, and they hit the wall, shatter, bones clattering. This thing doesn't seem to have seen you yet, but it's a biggin, and it's headed your way.
As an undead creature, do I know what the hell that is?
Mm-hmm. Make a history check. I'll say with advantage.
With advantage. 17.
Yeah. So they're called something else in game, but I'm not going to use that word. They're flesh constructs. They're sort of like siege engines for the undead, because they're so huge and they take so much damage, but they also do so much damage because they are so big, and those hooks are nothing to fuck around with.
Alright, so I'm just saying, right, that thing is gonna fuck up our day.
Oh God.
It's still a good, like, I don't know, 200 yards away. Like, it's there and it's coming ponderously, but you guys you don't have to like fight it.
Yeah. All right. Well, do we just push on faster, or?
Oh, we beat yeah,
All right.
because
Squeak,
I'm
squeak.
not. Yeah, that's right, dude.
Squeak. Bad noises.
Red noises. Yeah. So
Shit.
you
Clarify for people that weren't here last week the decision that the reason that druids can't speak in like to other animals when they're wild shaped is because they're just making their best approximation of the animal's noises. They don't actually learn how to speak.
yeah. That's why
So-
speak to animals is a spell.
Yeah. So for Dirk, squeak, squeak, red noises.
There you go. It does
Oh,
change per animal, which is kind of
It
sad,
does.
but
Yes, it does.
Well, when he's
So-
a bear, he also says squeak, squeak, rat noises.
Yeah, it's just the
Squeak,
same
squeak,
thing.
rat. I mean, bear.
squeak squeak bear noises, squeak squeak raptor noises.
Everything is squeak, squeak.
Yeah.
Rawr,
So
grumble, grumble.
you guys make it off the scar,
Yes.
back onto the road, and
Perfect.
you
Perfect. Yeah, that's
yeah, and then I closed all of my notes, but you guys make it. It's fine. I can vamp for a second. Is there anything you guys? You already did your herbalism, so was there anything else you wanted to check before, or like try to grab before you guys?
Do we want to announce ourselves? As he's pulling his pants back on from.
Always
Are you? So you're not in.
I
Rat
assume
form
as we're if we like stop in our just like if we did stop to discuss like if we need anything else, Durg will
Okay.
climb out of the eye.
Okay.
probably wouldn't hurt for us to announce ourselves. Do I
Just
know?
does something you normally do.
Do I know what kind of party? To say invite only. The parties that this guy throws, are they like
Make
invite
a-
only?
Make a charisma check for
Okay.
a social check.
Got it. Ooh, a natural 20 for a 24.
Okay, so Southral
Mm-hmm.
is the Namor of Silvermoon, in as much as there's one thing everybody knows about him, and it's that man fucks. So it's not necessarily a swinger party, but he's been drunk for the last like 150 years.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're probably good.
All right. We should be fine. Honestly, I don't
I still
even-
feel like decorum dictates that we announce our presence. Give me a moment, and Dirk's gonna pop his knuckles and
You're not
start
there
weaving.
yet.
What?
You're not
we
there
don't have
yet.
to. We don't have
Okay,
to be there
okay,
yet.
okay. I'm now
Are we
terrified.
within 10 miles?
Yes.
Oh God.
The clouds darken as Dirk begins to swirl his arms. And then scrawling out in impeccable cursive is Yo Southeril, the party's coming, and its name is Alethar.
Oh no.
And that is 10 words written in the clouds. Sprawl. And just like there's like a little bit of like lightning as the clouds darken in this big dramatic casting, and it's just like signed very flowing and elegantly. Alethar.
Beautiful. I
Yeah.
love this.
Claps
God.
Alethar on the back of the calf. But you've never had an introduction like that, have you? Lead the way, buddy.
I wish I could read.
Is it in common or Elven? Well, you can't speak Elven, so
I can't speak Elven, so I'm gonna go common.
okay. But you can read it.
I was tempted to say goblin just because that's what Dirk would default to, but we're gonna go common.
That would be
Isn't it
even
beautiful?
better.
No one can read it.
No one knows what it says.
God, I almost wish that would be better. Okay.
I'm having it since like he has 7 intelligence. He can't read cursive.
Yes, he
Oh,
can.
because it's
He can-
cursive.
Damn it. Yeah, because it's cursive.
It takes him a little bit longer.
There
But
you
you
go.
can.
Okay.
Was it 3 is when you can't read?
All right. That's fair.
You can read. You can read.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But just because you can doesn't mean you have to.
Or on.
That's right. I can't believe I just told a human being that. Just because you can read doesn't mean you kitten. It's okay.
Nope.
You okay, go ahead.
No, Alethar is just you can as he reads the clouds begin to form. You can just feel the uncomfortableness and the like just an aura of displeasure emanating from him for a little bit, and then he covers it up real quick and is like, "Oh, well, you're right. I've not had an introduction like this before. Better now than never, right?"
As you start to feel uncomfortable, you feel the hawk but beneath you start to swirl with whispers sort of around it. You feel almost as though you were in the air, like wind start to come off of its feathers against your leg, and you can't see its face, but you can, because bird eyes are kind of on the side a little bit, because birds are unholy. You see the green of its pupils start to get brighter, and this fog, this mist sort of stream out of the eyes as you become agitated. And as you calm down, so does the bird. And it just sort of shuffles and shakes, and a little bit of
Oh,
muck flicks off of it.
well, that was odd. Ought to become uncomfortable again.
It does this like coo thing and just kind of shudders underneath you in a very nice way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go see if Southeril is home, shall we?
Oh, I hope, because otherwise there's a lot of effort. Oh wait, I'm a mouse. Squeak, squeak, squeak and squeak.
Sorry, I'm a mouse. All right. I am a sexy mouse. So you this happens about when you guys hit Fairbreeze Village. It's a very, oh god, what is it? Is it the Petit Trianon? At Versailles, there's a space that Marie Antoinette built so that she could play at being a shepherdess with her friends, and they would bring in lambs and stuff for them to, I don't know, interact with once and then never again, and they would dress up in like shepherdess cosplay. I mean, none of it was like they didn't go there to actually be farmers. They went there to be, oh, aren't we cute and precious? And look at our rough homespun clothing, even though it's clearly made out of silk and shit. That's Fairbreeze Village. It's all of these uh Alethar, you've heard them called malcontents before, and that's a little bit harsh, but it's people that didn't want to be in Silvermoon and they wanted a much more agrarian and authentic Eversong lifestyle. So they live here in these, again, doorless, windowless, sheer curtained, closed off buildings, surrounded by guards that protect them from the various beasts of the forest. And they play at being
In nature.
in nature.
Yeah.
A lot of them are merchants and things, and they do a lot of business with people passing through. Definitely adventurers and people from the rest of the horde, because as we all know, you can't fly in Silverman. So yeah, so you kind of always have to go through Fairbreeze, but it's just, yeah, it bougie as hell. It's, what is it? It's Brooklyn or whatever the millennials have taken over in New York now. Um,
Gotcha.
just a lot of exposed brick and
Yeah.
people named Kumquat and Bookshelf, you know. So
Yeah.
that's about where you guys do, or excuse me, where Durg goes full ham. The road to his haven is not paved. It's gravel and good cobblestone, but it's definitely, and it's not as thick, so it can't accommodate carriages and stuff.
Once we get into the village ish,
Mhm.
I'm
Mhm.
I'm I've dismounted, but
Okay.
also
Um,
partially because I don't want to offend the sensibilities of the blood elves.
I mean, that's what you do. They just all start vomiting. Um,
Yeah.
you do see, all of you, that Alethar gets nods, and then very quickly, attention is averted the minute they see Grigzog. Because
I'll
as nice as this is, and as, you know, as bougie as this is, they are, in theory, all old enough to remember the last time a Death Knight came through this town. And even though the Death Knights are allies now, it's still, also Grigzog is just a fucking imposing uh figure. And I'm assuming you're not taking Persephone at a full gallop.
No, he's like still riding Persephone behind Alethar, actually.
That's worse. Like, it's, you know, so there's Alethar and then this ginormous dark iron skull armored clad orc with glowing blue eyes on a death horse, just, it's not going fast, just slowly stalking through the town like death.
when I like see some of the people averting their gaze and realize, and it like two and two click together, I will like kind of, instead of being in front, I will take a step to the side and back and kind of put my hand, like, takes him a second, but he will raise his hand up and put it on and pat Persephone to try and almost like show the other blood elves that have seen this that, like, he's not a bad guy and neither is this very scary horse.
You do.
That's fine. I'm not expecting to change the
Yeah.
sensibilities of everybody, but just to
Do you
maybe-
ask Grigzog to get off Persephone at any point?
No, that's up to him. Alethar isn't gonna tell him what to do or how to.
Well, it's not like, am I asking, are you telling, like, would you request while we're going in?
Yeah, and I think not yet. When we
Okay.
if we get up towards Saltharil's house and he's not off of his horse like 50 feet in front of the house, I'll probably be like, hey, can you not? But while we're just in the town, it's up to you.
Alright. You staying on Persephone?
Yeah, perfect.
He likes his horse.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love a horse?
Hmm.
So you guys make it to this little gravel path. You can hear low lute and flute music coming. That beautiful ambient Eversong wood music. It gets louder as you get closer, and as you do, you can also hear laughter and tinkling of glasses. It's a little bit down in a small valley of its own. It opens up into this beautiful field with very specifically manicured and curated rose bushes and topiaries. There's a large plaza with tables and chairs, benches, chaise lounges, things like that, filled with different kinds of food, and there are a couple of like beer kegs in a corner. There are people walking around with trays of things. None of them necessarily seem to look like servants. Like, everyone is dressed impeccably and also on the same level of wealth. So you're not sure. It's elves. You're never sure. There's one building. Again, no windows, no doors, just sheets. Domed, that sort of stands in the middle against the rolling hills just to the back of the plaza. But you see about a dozen or so elves just straight chilling, having charcuterie and wine. Yeah, there's like 5 of them that aren't doing anything except staring up into the sky at the clouds. And every once in a while you'll see them go. So, yeah, that's about what you got.
Wait, is Penelope still up?
Persephone.
Or Persephone still up?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Then
He's still on
Durg-
Persephone.
Then Durg is still a rat.
As we get closer, I will look at Grigzog and go,
Yeah.
can you put
What's
the
up?
can you
What's up,
put the
Alpha?
horse away?
Her name is Persephone.
Can you put Persephone away just for a
Alright,
little bit?
Is there a reason? Is this not a horse event?
No, it will be indoors.
All right, I can do that. All right, but Dirk, you're gonna have to get out of the eye.
The mouse like walks out on the nose and then like kind of gets ready. It's standing on hind legs. It is not moving very much like a mouse. And it kind of hops, and as it's falling, it shifts back into Durg, who just lands as a pantsless, vest-clad goblin.
All right, here's your pants back.
Yeah, hi. Nice that.
All right,
Pulls his
Persephone.
pants on.
Good night. And like when he pats her head, she goes into the ground again.
Persephone.
Aletha, I'm not sure how you are. Little known fact about Doug is I can read lips, and they're all your name's on everyone's. This is beautiful.
Great.
Exactly what I intended.
You're welcome.
Perfect. Me too, Erg. Me too.
Look, they're saying your name right now. They're all talking about you. You're gonna be the man of the hour. You want me to
Great.
announce you like a herald?
No, that's okay.
I can do it.
No, I
Doug
always
stand
believe
on
you
my
can.
shoulders,
I-
all right?
I
Listen,
believe you can.
Doug
Look
can
at this
stand on my
beautiful-
shoulders.
Look at this beautiful baritone. You'd make a great herald, Grigzag.
All right, I got this. I
No.
got you.
Oh,
And he starts marching forward with purpose.
oh no. Oh, Grigzog. Oh, Grigzog. Oh, Grigzog. And he will just follow after him worriedly.
Man, do I know people or do I know people? He starts trudging along after Aletha.
Hey, crap. Okay. You'll move faster than I can, and now I have to respond to some stuff.
I'm
okay.
sorry.
No.
There's a lot there.
That's
turns into a pantsless
there's-
goblin.
there's a lot to unpack right now. Yeah, I'll take it. You all walk up. There's a weird lack of guards here. That you can see. No one seems to have armor on. And from where you are, you can't really see any weapons on people. So that's good. The mini invasion of y'all into this party, there's cries of surprise and slight concern. People get the fuck out of your way. You just part them like a sea. The music comes to a jarring halt, and the elf that's been playing the lute stands up and what exactly is the meaning of all that? Alathar? Thought I live and breathe. What are you doing here? He frisbees the lute away and striding to you all in like a pair of linen pants, which are the gray sweatpants of the fantasy world, and nothing else, is Lord Southwell.
Oh,
Although I don't remember inviting you. Oh, that must have been completely my bad. I'm so sorry. Goes in for air kisses.
I will reciprocate, even if
Of
it's
course.
slightly begrudging.
Oh, and they're not air kisses. He goes in and then just like, fully goes to town on both of your ears. Oh, it's good to see you.
You as well.
Ooh, and you've brought me toys.
Well,
well, I didn't get you.
Don't know
any.
how I feel about that, but
Well,
hey!
It speaks.
Yes, this is Durg and Rigzog.
Hello, I am Grixog. Crescent Tooth. It is a pleasure to meet you. I present to you Alathar.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that they were your presenters.
Neither did
We
I.
prefer the term entourage.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
big word for such a little boy.
I-
So,
You want to see something big, motherfucker? I'm gonna. He starts.
He
He goes to roll up his sleeves, but realizes he's wearing a vest and just kind of like curls the end of it.
There's no sleeves to roll.
Alathar will kind of look at Durg and
Ugh.
like kind of wave his hand slightly. Southwell, I apologize. I actually I came here to ask you a question. Actually,
Oh, of course. He takes your arm and puts it around his and starts walking you into the party.
I will look
Um,
at the other two and mouth, I'm
he
sorry.
he snaps and two I mean like they're kind of wearing those sheet like the door curtains like it's just like a one piece bikini thing that doesn't cover shit, but we're gonna say it does. Um, Walks up to Durg and Grigzog with trays of like, champagne flutes and martini croops and little crackers and crudité and things like that, and they offer you.
Oh wow,
Uh,
thank you very much. And Dirk just takes the tray from one of them.
yeah,
Sweet. Holds it in hand.
yeah.
Good
And
buddy.
they just kind of stay with you and like start to pet you. It's more they're trying to play with your hair, what little you have, but you're so short that it just comes across as them like petting you.
Yo, I'm not directly opposed to this. Lead on, ladies. And he's just holding the tray and just snacking off of it like they had handed him like a little plate
Come on.
of.
Oh yeah, you've got this. You
Yeah.
have this giant tray.
He both hands to hold it, so he's like having to like reach down and just pick up crudité like with his mouth, like toss
The
it
only
back.
way one should ever, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grigzog, you have another one that's got like the thing of drinks. So they're on you as well, and
How disgusted do they look that they have to be near me? I'm curious.
make a perception check. Or insight? Insight. No, Megan, you were just at perception. That's what I'm rolling.
18. It would be a natural 20, but I have -2.
Baby doll. Okay, so it's not. Huh. I don't know. I don't know that Grigzog has seen this a lot, mainly because he's been stationed at Anderall and has been surrounded by people that are like him. There's always when you guys get adventurers or stuff. There's always a bit of if they're not outright afraid of how do you work? The mechanics of you existing are beyond me. What you are seeing, however, is not that. You are, I think, maybe for the first time in your life, Grigzog, you have met a monster fucker. And this girl is not in heaven, but she about to be. She's real happy. She's not like overly excited or anything, but oh, this is her big day. This is
I'm not gonna lie, that is the happiest I think anyone's ever been to look at me.
oh, you're so funny. She's just like I like all the bones on your armor.
I am inwardly cringing.
Listen, I didn't
I
say
love
was
it.
gonna- So Durgan and Greg's dog are being taken care of by the monster fucker and the girl that wants a short cane. So yeah, so he's got you, Alethar, walking through. My boy. I don't begrudge you at all. During the Second War, I myself had a few. It's amazing trolls when they finally stand up straight. Oof. We do love a bit of length, don't we?
No,
But,
no, that. You misunderstand.
no. You don't ever have to tell me. But why are you here? Not that I don't love the surprise.
Yes. Well, I've been tasked with helping procure an item that I have heard that you might be in possession of.
A fetch quest? My goodness, someone's
Yes.
adventuring.
For better
Color
or for
me
worse,
intrigued.
yes.
All right, and what is it that I can provide you?
A A Sunstrider reserve, perhaps?
And what makes you think I have any?
Well, the information that I was given said that it would be here.
The information. And who gave you this information? I'm curious.
I'm don't have all of those details actually.
So, someone that you don't know sent you here to take one of my Sunstrider reserves.
Possibly. Or I just don't want to tell you who it was.
Oh, and I would hope, Alathar, that that's not the case.
No, it isn't. I just don't have all of the information yet. But that is what I was sent here to get. If you don't have it, I can go find it somewhere else.
Have it. I mean, I could. Maybe look for it. Things get so busy here. Bottles move, boxes
Yes.
change hands, and I haven't really done a stock count in a few
Sure.
years.
I mean, the loot is a very interesting hobby to get busy.
Well, you have to keep the fingers nimble. Yeah, that's all. No, I'm not giving you stuff. You guys can ask for checks if you want to make them. So there. You get handed a glass
Okay.
of something. It's sort of amber colored with red fizzy bubbles.
Okay. Is this a blood elf champagne that I am used to drinking?
It kind of looks like a mimosa type deal. Like it's a cocktail type
Sure.
thing. They're also like cocktails. Like it's almost like a I don't know, an old fashioned. Like this is not a
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah. It's
This
like
isn't a
it's
mimosa.
It's
This
a
is
liquor heavy drink. Yes.
let's get drunk and talk about our fathers. That's what they just
Gotcha.
put in your hand.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
I mean, when in Rome, and also
When in-
he's a blood elf, so he will obviously graciously take it. And
Wonderful. I have a question, gentlemen. Because you're eating, are you guys drinking anything as well?
If we do a quick pan, again, two hands on the platter. Dirk has like grabbed a champagne flute, just like the whole thing with his mouth, and is just currently tipping it backwards.
Like a blowjob shot? Phenomenal.
Yeah, like a blowjob shot.
Don't
He's
do
talking.
that at home, kids. I swear.
Yeah, and he's talking around. Like again, he's still fixated on the eyebrows, so he's talking to the
attendant.
nice young woman, the attendant, about his theory that blood elves can't walk straight. And I'm just pretty sure if you lose one of your eyebrows, you're not going to be able to walk straight. You're not going to be able to tell if a space is too big for you to go through.
Oh, I don't know. I know that I was with a guy once that liked to tie me up by my eyebrows, but I never
And you
really.
feel like it threw off your sense of balance at all?
I mean, I was preoccupied, but it might have done.
Like if it happens again, you just gotta pay more attention to that because have your eyebrows ever lit
If
anything on
it
fire?
happens again, you're a freak. I love you.
I'm a freak. You're the one getting tied up by your eyebrows. I'm just saying, if it ever happens again, you should pay attention to how it messes with your inner ear.
You want me to pay attention to my ears? That's nasty. I
I
love
feel like
you.
you're not picking up what I'm putting down here.
You want
this
to put it down? Amazing.
Grigzog, have you tried the crudite? The crudite's unbelievable.
No, I'm just following this one. As he's like probably being led away by this one point.
Oh, if you'll
Ah.
let her? Absolutely.
He's a
Oh,
simple
yeah.
man. He's just like,
Mhm.
sure. You want to show me something cool? All right, bye bye.
I really do.
They are totally gonna fuck, aren't they? And nudging the one next to Durg is completely I don't want to say uninterested, but he is just totally preoccupied with other shit that's going on. And
Well,
yes, he is
yeah.
absolutely drinking. He's working his way through this tray that he's grabbed onto.
Excellent. Grigzog, did you drink something? I'm sorry, I couldn't remember.
Would they have tried to give him something to drink? Like
Yeah,
this
like
woman?
they're not trying to like force stuff into y'all's hands,
Okay.
but she had a drink
He,
tray.
he probably had like a drink just to see, like, can I still taste?
Wonderful. I need you all to make Constitution saves for me, please.
All right.
Yeah, sounds. Is this a charm effect?
No.
Damn it. I also have advantage on those. I've just been letting Matthew ask every time.
Listen,
11.
only one of us has to be an asshole. I get it.
Yeah.
Or is it
I
magical
also have
sleep?
dark vision.
So 11. What was the other thing, Matthew?
If it was magical sleep. If we're being put to sleep by these drinks.
No.
Okay. A 15.
Okay.
I have a 13.
Okay, so the 15 meets it. So Alethar, you were fine. I'm so sorry, Grigzog. You get led away by this, just absolute smoke show of a blood elf. She brings you to this tree, starts talking about it in like overly poetic language, and as she does, you get violently ill. So you can choose which end it's coming out, but it's coming out one way or another.
Is this like a poisoning effect, I take it? Aren't
Are
I
you
immune
immune?
to Aren't I immune
I don't
to
know what
poisons?
you are. I don't look at y'all's sheets. I have enough
asked
shit
'cause
to
I was
worry
a-
about.
I asked
Are
because
you
I was
immune?
undead. Hold on, I gotta go look at my conditions and immunities. What the fuck is that? I am immune to the poison condition.
Not a damn thing happens. You bone that girl down on that tree. All right. Durg, however.
Both. If it's a question of the ends,
Yeah. Yeah.
it seems it seems
that's
on track
accurate.
for Dirk.
Yeah.
Yeah. The young lady with you takes a step back. Oh, you're filthy.
Oh god.
I love you.
No, get her out of here.
Be gone.
Send that lady home.
Listen, let her live her life.
I've
Matthew.
just gotta say, Dirk is preoccupied. Dirk is too preoccupied to respond to that.
No, that's
He
it doesn't merit response.
Yeah, he is waddled over to like one of the potted plants and is now sitting in it with his pants pulled down. And he's grabbed like a gravy boat. I don't know what might be around, something that he can hold, and is just then throwing up into it, pouring it into one of the next potted plants, and just rinse and repeat.
Oh my lord. It doesn't last for that long. So yeah.
I mean, he's got a pound of butter to expel from his system, so it's going for a while.
He's got that
I'm so
sorry.
1-2
so
wombo
sorry.
combo going.
Eat a pound of butter and then get poisoned? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Upchucking champagne and butter.
Oh,
While Nero
God.
fiddles in the
Damn it.
background.
Oh.
Okay, so
I told you, grease lightning.
God.
oh no. Oh no. Okay. So, Alethar, Southriel watches you drink. And you see sort of like a begrudging respect in his eyes when you are able to keep your liquor.
And I will there is just a big smug grin across Alethar's face. Because part of him anticipated this. Because of the way that Southriel has been acting, and also just blood elves.
Yeah.
So he has like a smug grin across his face as he watches Southriel watch him.
Well done. All right. The Constitution's a little stronger than I was giving you credit for. We love a sturdy boy.
Hmm.
But really, who wants the special reserve?
Somebody awfully important, as this request came from. I think it was somewhere across sea in the other continent. So
Really?
really,
Do you think perhaps your erstwhile war chief is looking for a bottle of wine?
no, I don't think it's anybody that important. But that is where the request came from, to my knowledge.
Uh, how about this? I give you the bottle,
Right? Easy peasy.
and you owe me a favor.
Of course.
But I'm not unreasonable.
I would never say such.
No, of course you wouldn't. So,
Why not?
wonderful. Come on. Let's go. He looks around, does not see Grigzog, kind of puts two and two together on that one. Does see Durg. Oh. I'm afraid your little one can't quite hold his drink.
There was something wrong with the crudite. Hell with that. They killed me. They poisoned Dirk. Bury me somewhere with the sun.
Just go outside. It'll be fine. You'll get over it in about a minute and a half.
Alethar, carry me.
No, God, no.
Hold me, Alethar.
God,
It's
no.
Greg's not gonna understand.
Luckily, you don't have any hair that I need to pull back.
Salthriel will like give a nod to this very random elf who's drunk, like not woo girl drunk, but very tipsy and is about to start talking about philosophy drunk. Looks over at Durg and focuses and waves his hand, casts cure wounds on you and remove so that and then remove poison
Well,
Cool.
so that you will stop vomiting in the plants.
okay. Oh my god, it was like fire.
Oh shit. You get 8 HP back if you want it.
Yeah, I'm at full health, but I appreciate it.
Oh, never fucking mind. Yeah. So Alethar, Salthriel links up with you again, takes you into the dome.
Okay.
In the dome is a very naked woman on a chaise lounge who's being fanned. She's in full like Renaissance drape,
Sure.
right? On it. Salthriel, Oh, Alethar. Didn't know you were coming.
Just for a little bit. Just needed to stop by and say hello.
Hello. This is. You can make a check if you'd like.
Sure.
Yeah.
What check would you like?
Do charisma again for being connected. See how much
Alright.
gossip you heard.
You got it, dude. A modified 20.
Yeah. So this is her name is Elisara Sunstriker.
Elisara Sunstriker?
Elisara Sunstriker. Yeah. Of the Eversong Wood Sunstrikers. They've been
okay.
together for ages.
Okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Yeah. You see that there's a small set of stairs in this dome, like goes down. You can see that it's dark, but that there's a little torchlight. It's wide enough for the two of you to go together. So he just goes ahead. He completely ignores Elisara and just takes you down.
Okay.
It's dark and cold, and then it levels off as far as temperature goes, and it doesn't feel like anything. Mm-hmm. You are in his wine room.
All right.
You see a couple of sections that have magical cracking ice sort of swirled around the racks of bottles. Others are under like hanging things of, hey, Ravnos, thank you for the raid! We're drinking wine and having an orgy because it's World of Warcraft! Oh, and getting sick. Getting violently.
Some of us are drinking wine and having an orgy. Some of us are getting wine and being lit on fire.
Fine. I love you. Yeah, like you see there's like a hot and cold, but for the most part, it's just stasis.
Okay.
He brings you to a box that is in the stasis section. Deep, old red leather with a dim, embossed gold crest. You've seen it actually earlier today. It's the one that was on the shield.
Ah, okay.
House Sunstrider, but it's OG House Sunstrider.
I got it.
He opens it up, and on a bed of black velvet is a bottle of golden colored wine with a wax seal of like on the bottle top on the cork. It's the royal seal of House Sunstrider
Wow.
with like ribbons and a couple of embellishments. He looks at it for a minute and gets a little quiet. Like it's not a sober up, but the bullshit from earlier.
Sure.
He just looks at it. The last time I had Sunstrider Reserve was with the Windrunners. It was Lyrith's name day. He had just learned how to play. God, what was the song? I can't even remember. He was a beautiful musician. Such a talent. Such a waste. That family does not deserve what happened to them. They don't deserve her. Anyway, please. It's not my last bottle, but it is definitely a dwindling remnant of the past, and he hands it to you.
I will graciously take it. Oh, I'm glad to hear it's not your last bottle, or else I couldn't imagine the favor I would have to repay later. And he will put it in his bag, I guess.
Right down his pants. Right, well. The good news is I now know how to find you. So I'll ask for my favor when I need it. How's that?
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Good! Because you're not getting it any other way.
Good.
He turns around and starts sort of like walking up. He's not fully leaving you behind, but he's also not escorting you right now.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I'll
so-
follow behind him. I have no particular interest in pissing him off even more by stealing wine.
Okay, I was gonna say,
I
if
can.
you want, you can
I
try,
can, and
or you can look around and see if there's anything else in there.
The only other thing, because I have that shield from earlier.
Mhm.
The only other thing is I would like to look around and see if there is any other insignia down here of the old
Old family.
Sunstripers. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Make a investigation check. Would you rather perception?
I mean, personally, I would rather investigation, but it frankly doesn't matter because I rolled
Okay.
another natural 1
Okay, yeah.
for either a 3 or a 5. So
I don't know, man. That 5 might, yeah,
exactly.
It's really dark.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm also just ready to. Alethar is surprisingly enough uncomfortable and ready to not be here.
that's so weird. Okay. Um,
Perfect.
you
Yeah.
follow him.
Yeah, I'll follow him and I will give a nod to a woman named Matthew already.
So as you, Elisara, as you walk up, he is in the process of taking off his clothes to join her on the chaise.
Then I do
And
not nod.
He is completely. You're not there.
That's fine. Then I will instead just leave.
He had an emotion, and
Yep.
he's gonna fuck about it.
Yep.
So you, you leave.
We'll go collect my party, see if I can find Dirg first. Dirg was the one that I saw.
I'm right where you left me. Yeah. That's...
Yeah. Are you eating and drinking again?
Eating, yes. He's holding off the alcohol. He specifically asked if they had any butter. I need to relubricate the pipes.
Oh my god, you need lube. This girl is just
young lady, you need to rethink your entire life. Like at first I'm like, hey, I'm a goblin, I could be into it. This is like fucked up.
okay. I'm not young. I'm older than you are. So maybe you should just call me mommy.
But like, how long are you gonna live? Because relatively, in the grand scheme of things, I've aged. I've accrued a lot of wisdom in my short goblin life. Oh, actually, you know what? We're gonna disregard this entire Alethar. Hey, we're gonna wait for the Bone Lord, and then I'm happy to get out of here.
Perfect. I have.
And just to be clear, Bone Lord is not because he's undead.
Oh no. Oh god.
So while you guys have that moment, this has all been happening. Greg Zog, go ahead and make me a con save.
Okay. Con save. Do. 19.
God damn. Okay. And now make me a willpower. Ooh, no, make me a wisdom save. Yeah.
Wisdom
This
save.
doesn't have willpower. Willpower's not a thing.
21.
So, you guys have a great time, and you manage not to hurt her.
Cool.
Yeah, she's very small compared to you. And I don't know your life or how much undead fucking you've been doing, but just the physiology of a blood elf to an orc is a lot. And
Also,
considering that you're undead and feelings are like nerve endings are a little meh, you manage to not hurt her at all. She has a wonderful time. You do too, for what it's worth.
if you check the World of Warcraft check, I
No,
did make a
God, no.
performance check.
Oh,
No, you are not making a performance check, but you did, and it was a nat 20. I'm not gonna lie. That little girl is just in love with you right now. I say little girl. She's very she's short. I'm not.
Yeah.
These aren't. Yeah.
Yeah.
The small woman.
yes.
This
The tiny woman.
this diminutive lass is. Oh man, she is. You get back into your armor. I don't know how much you have to take off for this, but she is just like in a post-coital haze under the tree, just staring. Like, this is it, man. This is what life is supposed to be forever and all. She's in her own little happy place.
If you want to talk to me at some point in time, you can address a letter over here, and he'll like give her the address for the, and be like, at some point in time, it may reach there, it may not. There's a lot of undead on. I'll try my best.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. I will definitely write you.
All right.
Remember me. Oh, fuck it, because yeah, she walks up to like one of your pauldron spikes, grabs a little bit of hair and just like cuts it off
Mm-hmm.
and braids it really fast and hands it to you.
All right, I will keep this. And he like braids it into his own mohawk.
Oh! You just have like this weird spike of like strawberry blonde braid.
That contrasts
Yeah.
his blood red hair.
Yep.
Yeah, and she just looks at you and she said, My name is Felina.
Alina, all right, I'll keep that.
What's yours?
I'm Grigsog,
That's the most beautiful name I've ever heard.
and you are literally the most beautiful woman I have ever seen. Tab. And he's not kidding.
And she tries to hug you, but the armor's really hard. So she just like holds your hand on her head and like sways a little bit. I have to go. The party, they'll miss me. But please, be safe.
I will try my best.
And she starts like putting her stuff back on.
As an undead, Grigzog is like sustained, kind of like a magical construct, right?
Uh-huh.
So hypothetically, a blood elf could like subsist on his essence.
Yeah. I mean, it's not
Where are you
Man,
well
going
then
with
okay,
this?
so but then we have this conversation, right? Because it's the Twilight problem. How does a vampire have enough viable semen to impregnate someone? I don't think that undead, because they even talk about that the undead can't procreate. That's why they need to have the Valkyrie to bring them back. So I don't think he has essence.
all
She-
mana bursts.
No, I don't think so. I think maybe for some reason that's where I'm drawing the line.
Yeah, I was just curious if a blood elf and undead relationship could live anywhere in the world, or if they would be kind of constrained to Silvermoon and this region.
I don't know. We're gonna find out. That's what this game
I
is.
actually meant in like a literal sense, like his essence, like in proximity, like an undead could share their magical.
Well, I think it would
I've-
have to be Death Knight specifically because
Yeah.
of auras.
Yeah.
I
This is a nice little.
That's my lore for this week. Last week it was the eyebrows. Now it's can the undead sustain a blood elf? Okay.
We're really fleshing out these untold corners of blood elf like lore.
Yeah.
And actually, just for the hell, I am. Could you just DM me the spelling on that, just so I can
On-
have her name written down?
Oh yeah, the name that I just made up.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I mean the one that I researched for like weeks and shit. Yeah, that was
God,
really no problem.
you've had this ready in your back
Is it-
pocket this whole time.
A key NPC that is super detailed and
And will come
Uh-huh.
back.
story integral. Yeah.
There you go.
Thanks.
Yep, you're welcome. So, yeah, you guys, you see Krigzog walking back from a tree
Whenever
with a little braid in his hair.
Maybe I should put Grigzog's name in the sky, huh? Because you're not much of a party.
not here, and he will pull out the bottle and hand it to you. I got what you needed, and I would prefer that we leave as soon as possible.
Right, on we go. I don't really have anything to put this in, and he hands it back to Althar. Hey, if you could just carry that for me, I'm all
Sure.
tapped out.
All right.
I mean, I could hold it.
Does he?
Flesh pocket.
Whenever can I see your piece of paper? Your roommate call?
Yeah, right. We explained, and holds it out to him. We explained that was just me misreading. I
Yes,
think
yes,
that,
but
yeah, here you go.
but now I can't call it anything else. Does
Yeah,
it
yeah, that's fair.
still exist as he tries to pull it out? Because I think Grigzog's
Grigzog's disappeared.
misted or
Um,
whatever.
Yeah, no, as he hands it out, it turns into golden sand and floats.
It's interesting. This would have been a nice place to live. I made the right call when I thought I was coming here for like a place to stay. Very nice people. Strong drink. Much stronger than anything that I've had when I was in the Ogre Masuas.
Oh, is that? That's what happened. Yes, I don't recommend it.
Oh,
If you are
That is
here,
somebody poisoned the crudite.
Grigzog's just like drinking one of the drinks.
that sounds about right.
You're walking out of there with a glass.
Yeah. Does anyone stop me?
No, I'll allow it. Yeah.
Okay.
Not you. I think if Dirk tried, they probably would, but although he is covered in like vomit, so maybe not.
Yeah. You can have the cushion you sat on too, and your plate you held.
Everything you interacted with, it's all yours, buddy.
The one thing that I have noticed as we're walking, I assume, because Alethar also wants to get out of here, but I don't. But as we're walking, I did notice he'll pull out the shield that he picked up from the ghost loot pile, and it has the very, very old Sunstrider emblem on it. And then he will also, he has the bottle of wine as well. And everything we're getting seems to kind of link towards old Sunstrider. And Southeril had this moment about the Windrunners as well.
Yeah.
The place that we're going to next is the Far Strider Enclave, and I'm just wondering what this all has to do with what. And also what we need to do with these items when we're done.
I don't know.
Have a nice glass of wine and
Look at a locket?
look back fondly on our adventures. That's, I don't know. Maybe it's something. What is it we're getting from this other place, this enclave?
Champions or traders, depending on how you read the word, weapon.
So maybe it's something like I don't know. Is it in Blood Elf history? If you wield a certain weapon, drink a glass of wine, and wear a certain amulet, you become king of the Blood Elves? Because
what a better time to find out than this, I guess.
Kids, honestly, I think I could go for being king of the Blood Elves. This is a pretty nice setup you got. Like he's pretty nice.
Surprisingly enough, the king of the Blood Elves does not get to go to Southerill's parties. So
that's the part I'm kind of okay. That's
I mean, I'm sure that you would make a better king. I don't know, truly.
May you point?
Be careful who you say that around. By the way.
All hail. Man, I thought about it, and just continuing as we're walking. I was standing outside the War Chief's Hall in Ogremont, and my thought was just, there's no ass in that chair. I could just walked in and taken it. If I just made different decisions in my life leading up to this point, War Chief Doug, right there. Because it's weird that the Horde chooses its leader just by whoever walks up and sits in the chair. If you get to the chair, it's yours.
Yeah, but you have to get to it first, right?
This is.
Don't you have to kill people?
I've killed people, right? So does that mean I'm leader?
I mean, strong people.
I'm
pretty sure he's killed strong people.
Do I not look strong to you? Is he actually fills up a little bit, squares up?
You do, but also I don't know, leaders of the different I don't know if you could go beat up leaders of the different factions, and by beat up I mean kill, because that's what we do here. We kill.
Well, listen, right?
Yeah,
mean,
I guess
I'm
if you
dead,
just went
right?
around challenge
I ain't gonna
everybody
die again.
What's that honorable death fight you orcs get into? The horde, the thing.
We don't joke about that. We don't joke
Makra?
about that.
Right, we don't.
I wasn't joking about it. I'm just like, is that a viable way to go defeat the leaders of the horde?
All right, let's probably right, but the problem is that if you call it, it's on.
Nobody's calling anything. I just
Alright,
said the words.
I'm just like,
I'm not challenging you to a death fight,
listen,
Grisgod, because I
I'm
don't want to
already
do that
dead.
to you.
I can't die again. All right, already dead.
You've never fought a
Listen,
Durg.
right? That's fair. I've never seen a Durg before, right? And now you're here,
Yeah.
so that is true. But listen, right? That is enough. Just saying the words sometimes, right? Is enough to hype a bunch of people up, right? Like we had one Death Knight say it once, just as a joke, right? That was a mistake.
I
Alright.
promise, to the best of my ability, I will refrain from saying Makra.
All right, I'll give you that one.
Starting here. Sorry about that. To the
All right, I'll
best
give you
of
that
my
one.
ability, I will not say that particular phrase.
All right, probably better, right? Because like that Death Knight that said it, right? I only heard the story, right? But he said it to the Lich King, and he died.
I mean, that just
Immediately.
seems like a lack of
He just-
decorum.
Gone.
Man, decorum's a good word. I'm learning so many things around you, Alethar. The word decorum and crudite. Two things I've never said before today.
I don't even know what them are.
Yep. Who died?
Honestly,
That's
still
it.
figuring it out. Crudite.
What it is.
I am
Oh,
very
yeah.
well aware, and I've been deliberately saying crudite wrong,
Yeah.
Yep.
just so
Okay.
people don't think.
And
It's
also,
making me-
Andrew's.
Bleed. It's crudité. It's crudité. I need to say it because if I don't, I will explode. As you guys have this conversation, I think this is a good place to take a little bit of a break.
sure.
So let's do a nice little 10. Does that sound good?
You
All
got
right.
it.
So we'll be back in 10 minutes. Everybody, go get a drink. Go get some crudité and some
Crudite.
Hey,
And some-
crudite!
crudite and some Sunstrider Reserve. We will see you back in 10 minutes. Yeah. Matthew, take us out.
You got it.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We are here. It's Monday nights with our World of Warcraft D&D inspired game. I'm Megan, your lore master for tonight. With me, we have...
Matthew! And I am playing Alethar, the Blood Elf Warlock.
Andrew, I'm playing Durg, the Goblin Druid.
Daddy and I am playing Grigsog, the Death Knight.
Yes, our Three's Company group just went to a party at South Reels to pick up a bottle of Sunstrider Reserve, for whom they don't know. But the bottle was acquired, as well as a couple of other things, and yeah, and now we're making our way towards the Farstarter Enclave for the last of the fetch quests, as far as we know. So, how we getting there, gents?
Ratting it up in the eye of Persephone, I think.
Yeah, how long of a...
That is the name of this episode now.
I was honestly, that's such a Tom Waits lyric.
how long of a...
Riding it up in the eye of Persephone. All right.
See, I immediately went to Hamilton. In the eye of Persephone, there's a rat.
Oh my god. I think we're both right.
Yeah,
think we're
it can be
both
both. It can be all of it.
Yeah.
I just
Um,
like making fun of Tom Waits
Also,
lyrics.
is it a Three's Company situation we have, or is it more of a 2.5 men?
It's definitely Three's
Any of-
Company.
Any of the above, to be honest.
It's definitely Three's Company because Grigsog is Chrissy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking Durg is Charlie Sheen. I don't know his character's name in 2.5 Men. but-
Charlie
I think it's just
Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
It's just Charlie.
It's Charlie.
He's playing himself.
I could be wrong. I think it's just Charlie Sheen.
It's literally just Charlie.
Well, never mind. I'm not going on my Charlie Sheen rant. So,
All right, sorry. That was a tangent.
Yep.
No, you're good. So yeah, so we're riding in the eye of Persephone. Althor, what you doing?
I mean, will inevitably get my fucked up mount out. How long of a trek is it gonna be? Do we
So,
know? Because I have my map with the glowing waypoint.
this is me doing some calculations in my mind.
Whatever it is, we know it's going to be a long walk or a far stride, if you will.
Hey,
Good night,
so,
folks. It was a great
yeah.
night.
Wow.
And then we died.
Wow, rocks
Wow.
fell, and we all died.
Wow.
I just want a hot dog
Just-
real bad.
Every fucking time.
Just death, man. Wow.
Wow.
Now we didn't get a
Um,
wow counter.
Oh fuck.
Well, we haven't. This is the first time we've wowed all night.
That's true. Next,
Wow.
I wowed right at the beginning.
remind
actually.
me
I did.
over the week, and I will
I will.
consider making a wow counter.
This-
Wow.
That's the important stuff. It's gonna take because you have the mounts.
Mhm.
It would take. Fuck. Like,
It could take however long you want it to take.
yeah,
Also, because
you can get there safely. It's just gonna be like sunset by the time you guys get there because you'd have to take all of the roads.
that's fine.
All roads.
all
Also, yeah,
roads.
like WoW travel is fake and makes no sense with how far you can travel the continent.
Well,
in-
the continent, because we've done this
very-
math. Someone's done the math. The eastern continent is the size of Manhattan.
yeah.
Oh,
So,
jeez.
you know, we
You
can
could
make
absolutely-
it as large as we can make it
Yeah.
as large as you want it to be. It
You
can
can
take us
make it
3
there.
days to get there.
You
for all
can
we
make
care.
it anywhere.
New York, New York.
It's gonna take like, yeah, if you take the roads, will maybe be like 2 more hours, but it'll be like getting to sunset by the time you get there.
Okay.
All right.
There's faster ways to get there, but you're gonna have to pass by some stuff.
Do I know if so the Farstrider Enclave, obviously the Enclave of the Farstrider. But are there like visiting hours that are better to go during, or is it like a come one, come all anytime, day or night?
The Enclave is essentially it's a working military base.
Mhm.
So it's 24/7. Someone's always watching
Sure.
or on lookout. So they will see you coming. But as far as, I mean, for politeness sake, you may want to go during daylight.
I'm
But,
also remembering I have a I have a scroll that I need to give to the captain when we get there. Orders. So maybe we camp out tonight and arrive in the morning, if that's okay with you all.
All right. I can do that. How about you, Doug?
What about me?
Right.
You can camp. You can also go into Fairbreeze Village and buy rooms.
Just a town day, we can get in, right?
Mhm.
That's how that works, right? You can get like rooms.
Normally,
We-
yes.
We could be bunk buddies, right? We could all be together. Yeah. Come on.
That would be better than staying in the forest. So
Hey, you guys do whatever you want. Honestly, I'm a little bit more comfortable under the stars. Hey, some of the big fluffy elven beds I don't imagine can do any good for my back.
then we can camp out, I suppose. It's been
Hey, you guys can go grab it in. That's all. Find a tree to climb up in. I'll be fine.
no.
I mean, there was a good tree back there.
Yeah, there's great trees all over the place. You just gotta get high enough that any of the skeletons can like grab your leg and pull you out from it in the night, tear out your insides.
And that is why, if you are staying out in the forest, we should probably all stay out in the forest.
Or if one of you is okay with me just crawling up on your floor, I'm fine with that. Next to a window,
Right.
fresh air.
We can do that.
I'm fine with that.
Either one is
You two
fine.
seem much more comfortable sleeping in an inn. So,
Listen,
let's
I've been
do
sleeping
that.
pretty much. All right, I've been sleeping in like a glorified crypt for
Do
a
you
long
even
time.
sleep?
Not really.
We can just get one room then. I'll sleep
Yeah.
on the floor. You can watch over Alethar while he sleeps.
All right, I'll watch you while you sleep. Don't worry now. You'll be
See,
fine.
and everybody be happy.
Hmm.
I'll make sure nothing bad happens to you. I'll be keeping my one good eye on you.
Who's paying for the room? I don't got any money.
I got money. I can do that.
Perfect.
All right, Alethar,
And-
where we going?
To the inn.
Where the inn? Where's it at?
I will. I apologize. Matthew is like actually stupid. Fairview. Is that where
Breeze?
we are now, or is that near the Enclave?
That's the Petite Trianon that you guys walk through
yes.
to get to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. But
Mm-hmm.
oh wow, villages are named the same.
Yeah,
So
they are.
I will. Yeah, I'll lead us to wherever the inn is.
Yeah. It's right there. There's not a lot of buildings in Fairbreeze. The innkeeper's this very nice, like short brown hair woman. The room is upstairs,
Perfect.
and it's just the top of the dome,
That's fine.
360. It's gonna be a silver.
All right, I can do that.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you want to make it 5 silver, they'll provide food.
I will pitch in the other 4 silver.
I got this, and he holds up a gold piece. This'll do, right? And sets it down.
Yep. And she takes it, and she gives you change. Yeah, you guys go up to the dome,
Mhm.
and like a plate with like stew and some chocobo legs are roasted. Some skins of wine that have the seal on them, so they haven't been fucked with, are brought up.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Settle in, eat some food. I will pop open one of those wine skins and drink some wine.
As will Durg.
Perfect. Yeah, I will almost as a show of I promise these ones aren't poisoned. We'll take the first drink before indicating to Dirk that they are safe. All right.
So you do.
So in the morning, we head out to Strider Enclave. We find this weapon.
And I'm just assuming the next step in our journey is going to make itself apparent to us. That's there's clearly, with the disappearing pieces of paper, there's clearly magic at work.
Can I pull out my piece of paper that's left? See if there's anything that has changed since the other 2 have disappeared.
Make an investigation check.
Also, I know that I always ask. A no is always a perfect, even without a roll. 18.
You're not asking stupid questions. Nothing has changed.
Okay.
Since the last time you looked at it. You still see the mark of the bronze dragonflight. That's it. When you shift the paper, it still moves from trader to champion.
Which I will hand out the paper. Actually, I had mentioned this earlier, but I want to see if this is just me or if you all see it as well. I'll hold out the paper to either one of you. Are you all able to see?
Yeah.
Oh, gross. And I'll hand it over to you. Do you see the
Like
shifting?
chocobo grease off his fingers.
The shifting word in there, or is it just me?
Does Durg see the shifting?
You both see it.
I look
So
at
it's yeah. Depending on which way it turns, there isn't like an order of like you see this one first. It also it's like if you gyrate it, it'll.
It's not like the notebooks that had the two pictures if you held it one way
No.
or the other?
Yeah, it kind of just it changes back and forth between champion and trader.
Does this imply that we have two different options of what we can grab, or that one person is both the champion and the trader?
Possibly either that or it's not decided if they're a trader or a champion yet, or depending on how you look at it, they're a traitor or a champion. Ugh.
It sounds like there'll be politics involved.
Probably.
Maybe. Right.
Alright, I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't the only one that saw that. Okay, well, we have a plan at least.
All right. You don't have to take watches because you are in an inn. And there are guards. So I know Durg, you're the only one that needs to sleep. So you do.
Do I not sleep?
You trance.
Yeah. Elves, I forgot.
Elves. And I think Grigzog, I think you trance as well.
It kind of like I would assume that because I'm undead, it looks like a corpse is just like in the room now.
Mm-hmm. You
just
go
have,
full
like,
torpor. Yeah.
just
I will say that is the difference between yours and Alethor's, because when you trance, you're still kind of aware of what's
Mhm.
around. Grigzog, you're not.
yeah. I am
So-
actually dead to the world.
Yeah, you were quite literally dead to the world. So,
Aletha, do you ever think the old guys that created the world put a whole lot of thought into what each of us would end up being like?
Just a heavy sigh.
Alright. Hey, Greg Zog,
Yeah.
what do you think the other side's like? Like if you die and don't come back? Don't have to answer now. It's just something to think about. Good night, guys.
she.
God damn.
Sorry.
God, I love Durg.
Hey, this is why you're not invited to sleepovers anymore.
This is why mom doesn't fucking love you.
Should have let me sleep in a fucking tree.
Give everyone existential crises.
Just right before bed.
Yeah. Okay. So you wake up, you got your shit together. We mounting up
Sure.
I think so.
in town.
For me, out of town.
Okay.
Whenever they do.
So yeah.
Grigzog can do whatever he wants. If he wants to do it immediately, that's fine.
Probably does, because if we're getting ready to go out, he's just like, "I'm Persephone. Hello."
The skeleton just sort of nuzzles you a little bit, and
I
then
will say,
looks expectantly to Durg, like, "All right, come on, buddy."
Durg will rat up, climb his way up. Now, Durg would have left like a little scratch, like on the inside of the eye socket, like somewhere. Is the scratch still there? Like, or does this skeleton horse kind of reconstitute itself entirely to a base format? That okay, so the scratch would be gone. Okay.
Mhm.
Durg was kind of curious if he would be able to start kind of hollowing out a larger space to make it a little travel area.
I mean, if you go to the brain cavity, there ain't much
Oh
there.
God.
Oh,
But if he has to dig through the ocular
horse brains aren't
socket,
very big.
I know. That's why I said there ain't much there.
It's just awful.
if he has to
Awful.
clear out if he has to renovate every time, then
I mean,
it's
you
not
can
really
pop-
worth it.
The chest
It's-
cavity's wide open. You want to get in there?
He's big enough. I mean, they're big enough that he can get in there. He honestly can sort of lounge between the two eyes.
Oh, like up in the sinuses kind of
Mhm.
area. Yeah, there we go.
Durg is Persephone's sinus infection. So you guys make it through town. You get outside and then
Yep.
it's still gross.
God, I need to get that checked out. All right.
What's their name, by the way? Have you named them?
He'll lean towards it after having mounted up. You have a name. It can say no. It's a bird.
No, it can't, Matthew.
Yes, it
That's not how
can.
this works. Fuck you. Hold on.
Blame this on Greg Zog.
Oh, I absolutely am. Well, this is
Yeah,
absolutely
that's
his
fair.
fault.
That is fair.
No. We're gonna do. Hold on. No. Okay. Uh, uh, Rasputin. His name is Reep Isik.
Okay.
It's yours.
Deep. Yes.
Track of that. Yeah. And it comes to you in like this otherworldly whisper sound.
Okay. He looks at it. Asks the bird its name. You see him cock his head. Huh. I did not need to name him. There was already a name involved.
Read the name.
Their name is Urip Isik, but I just call it Isik for short. All right. Well.
Nice name. Strong name. Alright.
Huh. Continue on.
Yeah. Off you clop. You pass through the Dead Scar in Eversong. Again. You're the aura takes care of you. You pass back into the Ghostlands, and down there's a small mountain range or hill range that sort of helps to separate the Ghostlands from Eversong. So you kind of go through a little mountain pass there, and it opens up onto Lake Elrendar. The water is dark and murky, almost like a purple color. And on the banks, on your way, you see rising up a very similar domed spiral with twisting ramps that make it to the higher levels. Instead of in gold and red, these are in sort of a dull yellow, more like a brass, but it's not shiny, and a beautiful foresty emerald green color, which are the colors of the Farstrider uniforms. Um, yeah, so you see it. It's maybe like 20 minutes away.
As we get a little bit closer, Alathar will kind of look to the. As we approach, we don't need to announce ourselves, but don't. Not that you are. But don't try and act like you're sneaking up to them. You won't succeed. And also you might get shot in the process. Just be polite and friendly. We don't want to piss them off.
All of you make perception checks.
And by as we get closer, I mean like whenever you said that we were like 20. Whenever he said.
Mhm.
Jesus Christ.
26.
No? Okay.
-1.
Jesus.
Natural 1, -2.
Yay!
You, Grigzog, you're listening as Alathar's talking, and in Lord of the Rings Haldir fashion, Durg, you see an arrow just slide very slowly over Alathar's shoulder, and looks almost peek out from his hair, and then sidestepping just enough and angling down. So kind of using Alathar as like a sight. You see an elf when actually okay. This is my Sylvanas hoodie. This is my Farstrider hoodie.
Yeah.
Hood up, strong side, can't lose. Looking down at you. That's
Alatha,
right.
you got a little.
So yes, Alathar, it would be a shame if you were to try and sneak up on us.
Yes.
State your business. Why are you here?
First, I have official business from Lord Theron. Need to deliver something to Captain Helios. Second, we are here on personal business, in search of an item.
We are not a mercantile.
I'm aware, but this is not a normal item, and this is the only place that we have information that be.
The arrow moves. Doesn't like she doesn't unknock it though. She's still pulled. She aims down at Dirk. Why are you here?
So, I was in Ogrimmar, right? And I walk up, and it's on the war chief's like the war board, and I, for some reason, just fully misunderstood. I thought that I was taking a missive to come here and find a roommate at Southerill's place. I had to figure out how to get over to Silver Moon City. So I was talking to the mages in Ogrimmar. I think Golden Brown was her name. Very nice. She didn't make it into the Kirin Tor, but she offered to help me find a portal. And Durg is just going to spiel as
This is what you missed on the first episode, guys. She lets you go. She doesn't move, but she lets you talk. She lets you talk.
Yeah. And after we got this bottle of wine, the paper actually just kind of like vanished away, just like it did after we fought the ghost the first time. And yeah, that was yesterday. We stayed the night at the tavern. I asked these guys kind of what they thought about how we got here and where we go after we die. Been walking for a little while. I was a mouse for a while. I was climbing around. I was trying to figure out like if I poked different parts of the horse's brain from the inside, if I could like control its leg movements and stuff. Yeah, there's something that I'm like, maybe as a rat, I can do this. It's gonna be crazy. And then we started walking. Alathar told us, "Don't try to sneak up on them. You won't be able to." And the arrow poked out from behind him. I said, "Hey, Alathar, you've got something, a little something right here." And I'm pretty sure you're up to speed. I miss anything, Alathar? Grigzog?
No.
No, that seems quite right.
The arrow moves to Grigzog. And why are you here?
I'm protecting that one. And he points at Durg.
I kind of need it. There are lots of people that want to kill me.
She relaxes, keeps the bow out, puts the arrow back in a quiver, and this is Megan doing this because I can't handle it. I can't handle it anymore. She gets down on a knee to you, Durg. You are welcome in these lands, but I would advise you to keep your flap shut.
Flap, like, you stop talking so much.
It doesn't have flaps.
She looks up at Alethar. Strange companions you have. Is this a punishment?
Um, undecided.
Hmm.
I don't think so, but who knows what strange machinations are out there?
You have business with the captain.
Yes. Yes, that is more official business.
All right. Come along. She turns and walks. As she does, you guys realize that like 5 fall into flank behind you guys and are now escorting you.
I will, as we are walking, I will kind of beam down towards Durg. Um, don't mind, and like try and whisper slightly. Don't mind her. You can talk all you want.
Oh, I'm aware. I mean, nothing she has said is out of the ordinary for any of you cantankerous bastards.
Fair enough. All right.
Grain of salt. All that.
Fair.
Very small. Shut the fuck up.
Take everything she says with a grain of salt and a pound of butter.
Oh God.
Pound
Just dry heaves.
So the pound of butter might not be the best idea.
Erg
Again.
is a potato chip. You guys.
That's how I keep warm when it gets cold out. I just get a little vest.
I hate it.
Absolutely.
You guys make it up. There's weapon racks out, a bunch of training dummies. You can see people are like they're shooting, but they're also whilst they're shooting, a couple are doing like you can hear the as they go into stealth mode, sort of like running between arrow shots to do stabs on the training dummies and stuff. It's like these guys are they really like ranging.
That's our whole game.
It's a good game. There's a it really does. If you like the woods, you know, you can't get better. Up on there's like balcony sort of overlooks. You see a man in Kirin Tor robes with a what's it called? A telescope and a book hovering beside him, and he's looking through things and then writing. You're not entirely sure what that's all about. And then on the other balcony is a woman with very like pallid gray purple skin. You can see the bones clinging, or like the skin's clinging to the bones. She's wearing a black dress that fits her corpse body very, very well. And next to her is a dire bat that's the size of a cow, hovering, and she's petting it and feeding it something. Yeah, and then you just see Far Striders in uniform, moving sort of kind of all around. The ranger that intercepted you is going to bring you up to this platform that overlooks the lake, but also overlooks the entirety of the enclave, including the upper portions. And standing there is an older looking elf with white hair that's long, the single plate down the back, and he seems to sort of be waiting. Ranger Cinderell, you have brought me outsiders. He says, yes, Captain. This one, Alethor, says that he has word for you from the Regent Lord. He just holds a hand out.
And he will fish out the scroll that he got from Lorthamar.
Mhm.
Right? Yeah, Lorthamar.
Mhm.
And he will hand it over.
He takes it, breaks the seal, starts reading it. And what are the other two of you doing here?
They
Find purpose, right?
Well,
they are my companions.
He
and
holds up a finger. I asked them.
All right, Dirk, you want to go first?
yeah, you might want to buckle up. This is quite a story. I just went through the whole thing. But it started a couple days I was in Ogrimmar.
Cinderella, the ranger, she walks up, puts her whole hand over your face.
I lick her
And
fingers.
she make a
Just the most
Okay.
childish thing
Yep.
possible.
I mean that's amazingly fair. Make
My
a
finger just bite the palm of her hand.
make a
She's gonna grab my tongue, isn't she?
No. Make a what's a grapple? If you're trying not to be grappled.
Athletics.
Is it contested strength?
Athletics.
Athletics,
Athletics?
or
Yeah,
acrobatics
it's
sometimes.
Yeah, so basically, if
They're both a
from what I
+2.
remember, the
Whatever,
to
yeah, so
grapple is
whichever.
athletics, and then to try and not be grappled is either dexterity or strength based. So athletics or acrobatics to avoid.
18.
Oh yeah, 24 beats it.
Oh,
She's not grabbing your tongue, she's slamming your jaw shut. Whether your tongue is inside or not is immaterial. I'll leave that one up to you. Because you can feel
probably
she's
outside because he was
stronger than
going
you are.
full width.
Okay, then yeah, she slams your tongue between your teeth.
Does Dirk make like a grunt of pain?
Yes.
because they're very sharp goblin teeth, I assume.
He still has the tongue. It's fine.
Yeah, that's not what I asked.
It is
so
now
when-
perforated. Like
yeah,
What?
okay, just hold
He's
still.
got
We're gonna peel it
piercings
off. I will say just because of that, and like does hurt Dirk because Grixog likes you. He does activate one of his penances innately.
Oh no.
Which one?
That one he activates. Where did you go? Is innately. Just a simple one. Aura of the Damned.
Okay, what is that?
Any enemy creature within 20 feet must make a saving throw, be at disadvantage on attack rolls made against you. But it's just enough where, like, because when it activates, the head, like, starts to tilt to the side a little bit, and, like, the eyes flare up, and, like, this dark aura starts wreathing around him a little bit, and he goes, no.
fuck with Grigog.
Okay. The minute you activate, every member of the Farstriders that is currently on property, which is about 60,
Yeah.
you all hear the stealth engaging. The rest of them all draw. Captain Helios, in a remarkably odd and fluid movement, like he's reading, unsheathes, flourishes, and puts it right towards your throat, but he's still reading. Cinderella's gonna let go of your head, so you get your tongue back.
Fucking rude. Okay.
And grab daggers that you can feel are pressed to the side of you, Grigzog. They're not engaging, but you can feel and hear like the tink of metal against your armor.
Yeah. He just stares at them.
I don't recommend that, my friend. We've put your kind down before. We'll do it again. Although I haven't really had my morning coffee yet.
I'd prefer if you did not harm my companion.
Dirk spits a little blood. I'm fine, Grigzog. Let's keep things cool.
He puts the sword down, and it's big enough that he can like lean on it, kind of. And I think you're under gross misapprehension. You don't give commands here. This isn't Evanhold. I'm not one of your death lackeys. This is the Farstriders. I'm captain. And you are on my property. So when I tell you to keep a civil fucking tongue in your head, you will do it. Or I will put you down like the scourge that you are. Are we all clear? And that's to all of you.
Alethar just looks at him, not in a combative way.
I was trying to tell you exactly what you asked. What brought me here? And he points at her. She is really the one who instigated any sort of contact.
Shut your flaps.
If you want to take this personally, you and I can handle this outside. But your commander asked me a question, and right now, which one of the two of you is supposed to be giving orders? Because you're contradicting each other right now. Do you want to hear why I'm here? Or do you want me to shut my fucking trap? Because one of the two of you is going to have to establish some fucking dominance around here. And right now, my gut says with the guy with the big fucking sword that just laid down the law. So how about you go outside? Huh?
He just looks at her. You all hear the daggers get sheathed. Captain, I'm requesting my leave. I think that would be best, Cyril. Thank you. She turns and walks. I mean, maybe 20 yards away. You just hear screaming, birds like fly off of the trees. It's a lot. But he's still so he's looking at you. He's Grigzog, he's keeping eyes on you. Have you?
Yeah, the moment they are further away and like out of combat range of Dirk, he kind of like the eyes like flicker in and out for a half second, and the head like rewrites and the drops.
Mhm.
Also, as soon as the scream happens, Alethar, a little bit of a smirk.
Right. So what
He
just
then
happened?
tries to
I
cover
kind
it
of
up
missed
and it's
that.
bad.
He looks at you. Oh, you can control it. That's good.
All right.
It's
So
very
what was
good.
that? What just happened? All right. I kind of blacked out for a minute. All right. Why is that one screaming?
That's less good. All right. Thank you for this. Are you?
That's less.
He looks at your mouth. Are you? Well.
No, honestly, I'm fine. I'm a fucking goblin. Look at these teeth. You think I'll bite this fucking thing like 2 or 3 times a day? I'll give you the Spock notes as to why I'm here. I got a missive in Ogrima, and it brought me to Southerrills. These two have similar missives that brought us to some other place, Tower with a Spooky Ghost, and now here to you.
Oh, it was a spooky ghost.
Yeah, I do apologize. I did kind of antagonize her. She was kind of rude in the forest, so I gave her as much of the spiel as I possibly could in inane details. And I think she thought I was going to do the same thing here. I had a little bit more decorum in your place of business.
Appreciate it.
Decorum's a good fucking word, Alethar. Thank you for that.
And you, Greg, not Greg's obviously. And you, why are you here?
I'm Greg Zog. First off, nice to meet you. I apologize. I'm here for purpose,
You're here for purpose.
but I'm trying to find my purpose.
Ah, philosophical mission. Interesting. Was this? He holds up the letter. Is this the only reason you're here then?
No. We also came in search of an item that we have been indicated is here. We're not sure exactly what it's for, but it seems to be of import.
Mm-hmm.
We are looking for a weapon.
We have weapons.
I assume this is a very specific weapon, although we don't have much information. It's either the champion's weapon or... And does that register anything on his face whenever I say that?
It is a
Okay.
okay.
Or possibly the traitor's weapon?
Hmm. Right. That we don't keep here. It's in there's a tower not too far. You could see it actually in the distance. He points. It's just like a singular spire.
Hmm.
Nothing good comes from that weapon.
Okay, what bad comes from it then?
Not the weapon itself, really. But there's something about it. Whoever wields it starts to think that that they belong places where they don't.
Alright. Good to know.
I was
do-
contemplating my own ass on the war chief's chair, so I think it might be perfectly safe in my hand. I'm already doing that shit.
It's a joke. It's a joke. Joking. It's a joke.
It's not
Just
the worst
in terms
idea.
of people contemplating, places they shouldn't be.
I would sooner see a goblin than the banshee bitch back on the throne. So it makes sense. I would be careful.
Very, very kind of you.
Can I... One question before we go. Whose weapon was it?
Let me show you where the tower is. He starts to walk. You follow?
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, let's do our escort mission. God, I'm fucking joking. He slows down to an
Can you pick
interminable
up the pace just a little bit?
No, he
I really
goes...
can't.
He goes just too fast for walking, just too slow for
Slow
running.
for riding. Yeah, I get very self-conscious when I walk around other people, and I don't walk like a normal. Do you know? I have to walk like this. It's just how I
To be
do.
honest, sir, you have a beautiful stride, if I can just say. And
It's nice and
I'm
fine.
not I'm not gonna pursue trouble with your friend who left with the screaming and stuff. But you might want to pass it on that if she comes after me, because I realize there's some bad blood here, I'm gonna turn into a shark and I'm gonna eat her face.
You're on land, War Chief.
Yeah, it's like have you ever like cutting somebody's heart out with a spoon? It's dull, so it'll hurt more. It's gonna be more insulting if I eat her face as a shark in the middle of a fucking forest.
You-
It's gonna be a step-by-step process. Like Frigzog's gonna have to hold me up like a fucking battering ram, but it's gonna happen. I just only if she comes after me.
You got it.
I will let her know.
Good. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
From your future war chief.
absolutely.
I support
Straightens
this
his
one.
vest.
I support this decision.
What is it? Death Knight votes for Dirk. I support this message. He'll turn into a shark on land, bite your face off. Yeah.
Do it or I'll reap your souls.
Yeah.
Dirk for War Chief. Yeah. Once you guys are not out of hearing range, and you guys are smart enough to know, especially at this point, they're fucking everywhere. Like the
Yes.
Far Striders are just everywhere. It's not so much I'm trying to keep this hugely secret. I'm not talking about this in my office.
Yes.
Uh, walks you out. Well, hold on. I had to check something really quick because I think I was about to get that wrong.
Oh no.
Yes. Oh my God, could you imagine? Maris was a talented ranger, a good hunter. I suppose he was a good man. But he was a man. Men do not belong in the Far Striders. When she left, he followed like a dog. And she has turned him into something that she deems respectable now, I suppose. It has a hat.
So cute.
I'm sorry, my roommates just came in and handed
Nope,
me the cat.
Don't ever apologize for a cat with a hat.
Correct.
Fucking
Look at-
how
look
dare
at
you.
this.
With a whole outfit. So cute.
Look at that absolute unit of a cat.
Yeah.
Is that a cat in a vest?
It's a cat in a
It's
vest.
Durg!
No, it's
It's
Durg.
Durg!
Durg has seen it. He can now turn into it. Meow meow cat sounds,
Yeah.
and it's ready for
Meow,
winter.
meow,
Vale.
meow.
Cat sounds.
Hiss.
Not
Oh.
the
Boo,
hiss.
hiss.
Cat sounds. The lesson of Nathaniel Maris is not one that I'm proud of. But the Farstriders are elves, first and foremost. We defend Silvermoon. No one will ever defend our home like we do. And he should never have been given that honor. It was tainted the moment he took up the bow. You guys want to make history checks, you can.
Yeah.
14.
23.
15.
Yeah, you know, you guys, you're getting a couple of things. There's a farm area in the Eastern Plaguelands, I think. Called the Maris Stead. It's it's just a farm compound that was owned by the Maris family, funnily enough. You do know that the last living Maris was a member of the Argent Dawn, was a priest for the light. Alethar, you remember, I don't know how old you are. The Farstriders are an elven organization. They always have been, always will be. Except for that one time when Sylvanas Windrunner was Ranger General and she brought Nathaniel Maris into the ranks. He was her right hand. He was a ridiculously talented ranger, an archer and fighter, and a very good man by all accounts. When she was released from the to start the Forsaken, the first person she sought out to release from the Scourge was Nathaniel Maris, who then became known as Nathanios Blightcaller, the champion of the Raven Queen. Or not the Raven Queen, the Banshee Queen. Raven Queen's a different thing.
Yes.
That's Baxel.
Who knows what that is?
So you're looking for the champion or the traitor.
Got it. Okay. All right.
He's got you guys like halfway there. Living on a prayer. You can see it, like there's not a lot. There's like a couple of bats, of those giant dire bats are like flying around, and you see a couple of panthers, like lynxes, sort of slinking by the trees and in some shadow, but they don't seem to be giving you a lot of mind. He does point, and in front of the tower, you see this giant construct. It kind of looks like the same size as the flesh construct you guys saw low-key chasing you down in the scar. This one isn't moving. But you notice it because it's huge. It just kind of looks like a statue from where you guys are seeing it, but he specifically points it out and he says, "Be careful. Sometimes the Guardian wakes up. It's malfunctioning. There's no real way to know. Just Keep your wits about you.
All right.
Right. All right.
He gets down on a knee and looks at you, Durg. You promised me it wasn't the Banshee bitch that sent you for this.
To the best of my knowledge, no. She's had no place, no grandma for the last little while. Events we're all aware of. I'm aware of. Things have been odd.
And you go.
Couldn't have been her.
And you go, and we will give you no trouble. But we will also give you no aid.
I can accept that.
And
Appreciate it. Sorry.
I'll speak to Cinderella. And he gives you a little wink.
I'm sorry for the trouble happened in your court, your office, however you want to describe it. I apologize for
enclave.
your enclave. I apologize for the trouble that myself and my companions may have caused, except Alpha. He's always been just the height of gentlemanly decorum.
Not always.
As long as I know him. Literally taught me the meaning of decorum.
Right, well, be safe.
I'm not sure if it means anything, but I'm sorry. Y'all had your things pointed at me like I did something. I apologize if I did. I know that maybe me brings out a lot of hating people, but I tried. I'm sorry.
He claps a hand on your shoulder.
All right.
For warriors, you all apologize an awful lot. Fascinating.
I don't think the word warrior has ever come out of my mouth.
If you're going to be war chief, you have to be a warrior.
You guys remember the forbidden word? You'd have to do a lot of those,
That's going to be to the death.
Right, because I'm not supposed to say my girl. Almost got.
He just immediately looks at you.
he goes for a sword. Oh, all right.
My bed. Almost had a new enclave. Yeah, that would have been embarrassing.
He nods and walks back. As he does, you hear this like really sharp whistle, and jumping out of one of the trees, you see Cinderella, and he just sort of puts an arm around her, and they walk, and you see she's not like full on gesticulating, but you see a lot of the cool is gone from her, and just like one of the arms just keeps and you see his hand just like patting her shoulder, like, yeah, man, absolutely. Goblins, what are you gonna do? I got you, but yeah.
I'm listening really hard for the word shark specifically, just to see if he passes it on.
No, he's very much there to calm her down, and he's not trying to warn her of anything. He's trying to get her back to a place where he can use her. Yeah, because she was definitely in a tree that you guys passed by. You get the idea that maybe she was waiting for you. You did ask her to step outside, and she was willing to oblige.
Oh boy!
And that's how Cinderella died.
I guess I probably should have been watching for her. I'm normally quite perceptive.
If it had gone any worse, you would have called a macaron, that bitch. I would have died. I was supposed to say that. It would have been funny. I'm sure I would have died, but it would have been a good time.
All right, so you guys are going to the tower?
Yeah, so.
All right, give me some stealth checks.
Before that, I am going to wild shape into
a shark.
Yeah.
That is my highest hit point wild shape, but I don't feel like that's the most important thing right now.
Or do you not have any cheesy bears?
A giant sea eel has a pretty good stealth score, though.
Seal?
I'm going to turn into one of those lynx panthers that we saw on the way here.
Beautiful.
In its vest.
With the vest, yeah.
His
Um,
pants and backpack fall to the ground.
I look to
It-
Grigzog to go pick those up because I'm weak. Yeah, I'm carrying a shield and a bottle of wine. I can't carry anymore.
Well, let's be honest. As a warlock, yeah, you are max carrying. Your movement speed is halved.
Yeah.
It's-
As we as Alethar looks at that the construct and the giant bats, he just like does a little like worried face, and as he does, a little bit of shimmering stuff could just kind of temporarily encases him, and then as he accidentally casts armor.
Beautiful. So we've got a panther, a death knight, and a warlock walk into a tower. Can I get my stealth checks, please?
23.
17.
10.
Damn.
I did well for
Oh,
having.
I was gonna say, I was
disadvantage.
like, I saw your 10. That 17 is so good though. Um. So, yeah, you guys, you make it past. You see the the construct. That everything here is sort of grown over with a little bit of ivy, and there's some dirt on the inside. Tables and chairs have been flipped over, not in like a full-on like raid type of way. This has been a long abandoned house essentially, but that this construct seems like it's been moving enough that nothing's really sticking to it. Um, but you guys, you made it, so go ahead.
Can as we get closer to this construct, can I look it over and see if there's anything that I can see that needs to be fixed magic wise? With like an
Oh.
arcana check or something?
Yeah, you can make an Arcana check.
Not great. A 14.
Yeah, there are sort of at like a lot of the joint places. There are giant arcane crystals that have been slammed in that are sort of the batteries for this particular GoBot, and most of them are cracked. A couple of them are dim, but the one in its skull is cracked. There's like a fissure in it, and you see, because they're all like these amber colored crystals. The one in its skull where the crack is, it's bleeding a very familiar green color, sort of tinging. It's not taking up the entirety of it, and you see that it isn't moving anymore. It's not like a steady bleed into the crystal, but that something similar maybe to stuff that you've been doing recently zapped it once really good, and it hasn't been able to fix itself since.
Okay. He will just kind of lean over towards the other two. If we get caught by that thing, just aim for its skull crystal.
Growl.
Alright, I'm not sure I can make it.
Okay. This weapon, I assume it will be a bow of some kind. Let's look around, I guess, right?
Alright, find the twanger.
Yeah.
Make investigation checks.
19.
23.
5.
So, Grigzog, here's the problem: is
Yeah.
he said look for a bow, so you are looking for a bow. There aren't any. You go high, you go low, but there is no bow. Guys, you find some shields and things. But the 23, you find it's very similar to the daggers that Cinderell was just trying to stab Grigzog with.
Mhm.
They're training daggers with a very specific build to them that are only used by the Farstriders. None of the there's a couple of loose weapons here, but they're all like human daggers. There's a lot of troll axes here because you're stone's throw from Zebwatha. This is the only one that is elven in make. And when you pick it up, it's been leather rebandaged, I guess, around the
Oh, okay.
handle. And you get the sense it's because it was built for a much thinner hand than a human hand. So it had to sort of, and they weren't going to
Reforge
refit
a whole new
training
weapon.
weapons for the minority hire, that no one wanted there anyway. So you find it's in surprisingly decent condition.
Well, I think this is it, Grigzog. I'm sorry I lied to you. I assumed it would be a bow. And he will pick up the
Right.
training dagger.
All right.
Oh, you told me it was a dagger. I could have found it. God.
I didn't find no bow, so I made one. And he holds up like a piece of leather that he probably found and like corded it kind of to like make like a little bow tie looking thing. So I made a bow.
Wrong kind of bow, but
Oh.
good job. Good job.
Good instincts. I love it.
Never mind.
And he'll grab the dagger. Well, we have the third one.
Do it. All right.
Mm-hmm. From your bag, which is where I'm assuming the piece of paper is.
Yes.
You all see this very familiar swirl of golden sand fly up, but instead of disappearing, this time it sort of swirls around the three of you and then forms a small tornado cyclone funnel in between you. The top part of it like swoops down and you see this swirl of golden sand on the floor, and then it begins to coalesce, like all the pieces come together as it's forming a shape. And in a flash, in a shudder of that golden sand, standing between all three of you is a gnome with blonde hair and pigtails, a staff that Durg, even by your standards, is just cute as hell and small. She's in white robes with gold trim. Hi.
All right. That's a new one.
Hello.
Oh, you must have picked up the
paper
papers?
thing. Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
I show you, but it kind of went away.
I know. And you have the
Yes.
wine
Yeah.
and the necklace
Yeah.
and hold on. It's fine. And the dagger?
Yes.
Can I see? Can I see? Can I see? Can I see?
Can
Who are you? Right. Look, we know who we are, right? But who are you?
Oh. I'm so sorry. My name's Crony.
Right. Well, nice to meet you. Greg
She reaches up, still can't do it, so like jumps and sort of like high fives you or low fives you.
Does that name immediately stick out as?
I mean, make history checks.
Okay, you got it.
Right.
18.
Just you? No one else?
I was
Spencer?
just assuming no. Yeah.
Oh.
Dang it.
I had 0.
Yeah, you don't know. She's cute, she's tiny, whatever. Yeah, Chromie, even just like the name. You're getting big dragonflight energy.
Yeah, and because of the color of the sand and the color of the ink, can I assume that it's bronze dragonflight? Okay,
Yep.
gotcha. Oh, well, that explains a lot. Okay, yeah, sure. And he will for the dagger that's in his hands.
Huge.
Durg will unwild shape.
Ah. Neat.
That is pretty cool. Nice to meet you, Crowley. Good job, pants.
All right, yeah, here you go. And your backpack.
Puts on the pants.
He wasn't looking, like, not yet. Cool.
Do you like to hand her the wine? It was your thing, and he'll get out the
Sure,
wine.
yeah. Go
and
ahead, hand me the wine.
Yep.
For me to hand to you, Crowley. Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know why I went Australian there. That was my
And
bad.
then she just goes over to Greg Zog and holds a hand out, assuming that the
All
third
right,
thing is going to come from you.
Yeah, all right, hold on. I gotta reach in here. Kind of slid around a little bit. There we go. All right. It fell about to the third or fourth rib.
Pretty. Excellent. You guys did good work. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
All right. Now what happens?
Can I ask why?
Oh, yeah. Hold on. She sort of toddles out of the tower. You see she like plants the staff and circles, and all of the items start to levitate in this Arcana manipulator, absolutely. In this like bronze translucent colored orb. That then sort of starts to orbit her staff, and she turns and looks at all of you. This would be a lot easier if we do it while we walk and talk, I guess.
You all can talking pretty well.
All right, we can do that. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you
are
seemed like
good
you've got
multitaskers.
hesitation.
I'm just confused.
Yeah.
Oh, I promise, I'll explain. We just need to do a little bit of well, do you all have a problem with writing?
Writing or riding?
Writing. All right.
Yeah,
No.
Right. It's been a bit, but I can probably do it.
Riding with a D.
You said riding
Oh.
and did the this, and I was like, we can write.
No, I meant to.
Oh, like this? Gotcha. Okay.
My object work is just not what it used to be anymore. I'm so sorry, guys. That's on me. I'm hearing the note. I'm going to process the next time. I'm so sorry. Writing.
Yeah, I can do that.
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Excellent. There's that swirl around her of gold, of like bronze colored sand, and you see like the sand expands and fills the forest in front of the tower. And now in front of you all is a bronze dragon.
Oh, that's fucking weird.
Oh, did you all not realize she was
the
part
head-
of the dragonflight?
The head
Did we
looks at-
not just fucking realize that the gnome was a
but the head like,
six-story bronze dragon? No, Alethar.
it comes down to you, Dirk, and like, really? I thought you'd be a little more understanding, given that we're kind of the same.
Oh yeah, I can do this every Tuesday. I can just. I'm sorry, you came as a surprise. I'm used to being the one that turns into other stuff, not the other way around.
Come on. And she sort of
Alright.
like wiggles.
All right, Alitha, hold my hand for a second.
Okay. You will hold your hand.
And he's gonna go in his travel form, which is a rat. And he's just hold.
I just have a little paw in my hand now. Oh, all right.
There
Cat
are
rat in a vest.
There are spaces on her back where you guys can sort of get in between, and it'll act like a very large saddle brace. So you can like hold on to spines, but you're sort of
They're back
Alright.
in her.
I will almost
She's not wearing
begrudgingly
it.
put.
Mhm.
I will almost begrudgingly put Durg on my head so that he can Ratatouille style.
There are two nice fistfuls of hair.
Absolutely. That's how it should be.
And very much
Fucking-
like Ratatouille, standing on 2 feet, holding 2 fistfuls of hair.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like
Which
you're
he-
skiing.
Now he takes the hair and ties a little knot so that he has like little reins in front of him.
That'll be a bitch to get out later.
That's a later Alethar problem.
Oh, and then he realizes what he just did and sits down and like ties another knot because he's not going to unknot the first hair, and he ties himself a little seatbelt. Ties himself down to Alathar's head,
God.
and then starts working at untying the first knot. Like once he's nice and buckled in, he
Oh. No, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm having trouble finding this map. Maps are stupid, and I don't respect them.
Mm-hmm.
the cartographer is a much like forgotten respect to the entire profession.
Listen, that's why. Megan, you silly goose. I apologize. Or you could just not give me the map still, because you suck. What the fuck? I asked you for one thing. One thing.
Maps became much less important after the advent of GPS, you know, a global portal service.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you are flying, you hear rumbling in your head the odd mixture of me and the dragons. So we're just gonna say it sounds kind of like this when Megan talks. Right. So I bet you're wondering why I've called you all here today. Sorry, I've always wanted to do that. Well, the truth is, something's wrong with the war chief.
Right. Because they're right here. Pats Turg on the head.
Squeak, squeak.
I am war chief. I mean, Sylvanas, something's wrong. And it needs to get fixed. It's gonna get worse. Much worse. And I don't know. This isn't her. She was a war hero. She was a good person. This is not what war heroes do. Vol'jin chose her to be war chief for a reason. Something's wrong. So, I need some help fixing it.
And that's where us getting the random things comes in, right?
Well, they're not random. They're imbued with a lot of I don't know, significance. At least in the timeline. They're moments.
Right.
Yeah. Playing with the timeline is kind of like playing music. As long as you hit the right notes, you got the song. So we have the notes. We just need to find the right instrument.
Timeline is the instrument.
No, there's a
What?
font of Magica in Ambermill. That's where we're going.
Right. Where's that?
Make a survival? Is that the map check?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
13.
24.
A 3.
You don't know. Yeah, 24. It's in Silverpine. It's actually a little bit it's near the Dalaran crater. And
Squake, and squake.
yeah. No, he gets it. He knows exactly where it is.
Squake and squeak, squake. Squake.
Okay, I don't think there's a need for that kind of language, but all
Squake,
right.
squake.
Okay, I accept your apology. Thank you.
So, so we're going to this font of Magica with
Mhm.
these special items
Mhm.
to do what? Throw them in there and hope that things change?
No. Just gonna kind of go back in time and make sure some stuff goes fine. It's gonna be fine.
I beg your pardon. I
Wait.
didn't quite catch that first bit.
Yeah, what?
No, sorry,
Squeak.
it's the win. No, we're just gonna use the items on the
Yeah.
Font of Magica, and
Yeah.
then really quickly just go back in the timeline and edit some things, and it'll be fine.
You said that quite a little quick, all right? I got shot in the head. I'm a little
Right.
slow.
Right.
Right,
Oh
so
my
can
God!
you
Look,
just-
we're here, and she starts to circle down.
Could you just slow it down just a tad?
You see that the
Please?
decrepitude of you guys have flown way hella faster than the Dragonhawks took you earlier. You made it through all of the plague lands, and you were in Silverpine Forest, which is it's like a section of Tirisfal. It's kind of near Undercity. The plague lands are gross, right? Everything there is just toxic and decaying. Silverpine and Tirisfal are still like gothic in their creepiness, right? Like
Okay.
it's rainy, but we think it's romantic kind of thing. Silverpine is very much that vibe. Also, where you guys are, you can see the remnants of the Gilnean wall that has been torn asunder during the cataclysm. You are, I mean, literally, you can see Gilneas from your house. As she circles, you hear the howling of wolves, and you're not entirely sure if they're just wolves in the surrounding silver pines. But you get to Ambermill, which is, as it sounds, a mill and a farmstead. There is she kind of completely bypasses whatever nonsense seems to be happening at Andermill. There's a bunch of arcane portals that have been opened. You see a lot of mana wraiths and worms just sort of floating around. You don't know what that is, but she is not taking you there. You guys are going up this very clearly. I mean, there's a path there, but it's so overgrown, no one ever uses it. It comes into this cave. As she sort of like swoops down into it, because as happens to all of us, once you go indoors, your mount disappears. So she sort of transforms back into Chromie as she swoops in. You all are gently deposited onto the ground. You 3-point land. It's breathtaking. And then the plague in the background.
Yep.
You see, sort of like on the opposite. It's not a big cave system. not even a system. It's really just like a cave. And on the opposite, on the back of the wall, the back of the cave, it's made out of metal and wires. Looks very steampunky, but there's purple magicka zapping through. It's like a circle, sort of zapping around on the coils. In front of it, drawn out in chalk with incense and a few herbs placed around, are these copper plates that have wires that also connect back to the giant circle. She comes over with her staff, takes the bottle out, places it on one of the plates, the dagger on one of the plates, and the necklace goes on one of them as well. Okay, so I have to concentrate a little bit. So just I don't know, be patient and don't mess with me. Once the portal opens, you gotta go, because I can't hold this forever.
Just really quick, gotta ask, how far back in time you're sending us back in time? How far back in time are you sending us?
Oh, not far.
Wait, what?
Before this siege, Megan's trying to figure out exactly like time-wise. You're going back before she was made war chief. So before
Okay.
the second invasion of the Legion.
Okay.
Which
Okay,
is a
good.
time that we all understand.
I was just making sure because, Blood Elf, Goblin, Death Knight, very problematic depending on how far back you're sending us.
Oh. I'm tiny. I'm not stupid. It's fine.
I
All
mean,
right.
it was just a little about preparation.
Do we have a way back?
Yeah.
You come with it, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right. You just got to go run in first, and then I will yeet myself. It'll be fine.
Right.
I
Makes
will
sense to
be.
me. And
will be
honestly, worst
yielding.
case scenario, going forward in time is way easier than going back. We can figure it out.
Yeah. There's a lot of touchstones to bring us back. We just needed the right ones, or to bring us. We just needed the right ones to send us back. But getting back here, easy peasy.
Worst case scenario, it just takes a few years. All right, let's do this.
All right.
I got more time than the rest of y'all, so yeah.
Actually, worst case scenario is we all die horribly.
She starts doing something, and you see each of the plates sort of light up and the items levitate a little bit. This purple gold arcana starts flowing through the wires and into the portal gate. And as it does, you see it kind of looks like a mirror that you're looking at the back of the cave. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
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 Okay, cool. Just want to explain time travel and reversing shit. You guys go?
It's moments like these that really make you think you're meant for something more than what you've been doing. And Dirk jumps through. Yeah. Dirk goes.
I turn around and go home. No, yes, I will begrudgingly walk forward. Yes.
I think I found my purpose. And walks forward.
Aww.
His purpose was the time travel we found along the way.
So you guys make it to the other side. The air immediately smells clean and fresh. It hasn't smelled like that in Lordaeron in forever.
It smells weird.
It does. And as you guys get through, make perception checks for me.
D2.
22? 3? Grigzog, do I want to know?
I think it's a
Yeah.
-1 again.
Yeah.
He and I both rolled nat ones.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, the Grigzog and Alithor, you're a little taken aback by how nice it is, and ooh, actually feels a little crisper. Maybe it's almost winter. You're not entirely sure. Durg, you notice it because it comes at about your head height. Not swinging, but zooming past, and it impacts into the rock wall ahead of you, is an arrow made out of black iron and completely wreathed in this plum-colored magic that swirls, and then as it hits, the whole thing disintegrates and dissipates. You look over your shoulder, and you see Chromie focusing. Behind her, tall, beautiful, the unmistakable form of Sylvanas Windrunner. She lowers her bow and looks at the items that are in front of Chromie and seems to put something together in her head. But each of the items makes her angrier. She drops the bow, looks at all of you, and almost smirks. Now, were any of you at the battle for Lordaeron? I don't think you were, because you would have been dead.
I'm dead.
Yeah,
I'm not a fighty boy.
Well, even just like level wise, I don't. You guys would have been cannon fodder.
Yeah.
None
That's why I
of
took a
you.
javelin to the head.
You guys have never seen this. She doesn't banshee out a lot. You see her entire form becomes shadow, her eyes glow red. She reaches these dark, pointed, gauntlet-y hands. And as this dark magic just sort of erupts off of her like gross wings, she reaches forward and completely skewers Chromie through the chest and lifts Chromie up into the air. As she does, instead of blood, this bronze starts leaking out of her, almost like a punctured sandbag. And you see bronze-colored sand just flow and fall out of her mouth and her eyes and the wounds as it pours and pools beneath her. As Chromie disintegrates, the portal in front of you flickers, and you see Sylvanas with Chromie's tattered body, and then the back wall of the cave, and it goes in and out a few more times. You see Sylvanas's figure sort of consolidate a little more, and the eyes focus as she realizes that the portal is closing. She throws Chromie's body to the side and lunges forward to grab
Chuck
for
my
you all.
pick through the portal at her head.
As they do, portal closes.
All right.
And you are all standing in a cave.
Right. So, there may be a problem.
Yeah, and the problem is we're pretty much fucked.
You don't say.
So, it looks like, from my perspective, first off, my pick's now gone. Secondly, the gatekeeper did not come through the portal, so that's a problem.
Correct, which means that in order to get home, we find Chromie, right? Because the Chromie that died is our
Chromie just
Chromie.
died.
Yeah. But that's our Chromie. And Chromie that's here can probably send us back. Right?
We are assuming that the magical time dragon experiences time in the same linear state that we do. And it's possible that the Chromie that died in our universe, our world, our time,
Isn't
is a
dead yet
fixed
here.
event. Again, assuming, I think our best course of action is to complete our mission. Because if Sylvanas is never, if we prevent that from happening, then that would never have happened. But that invites a paradox because if we have no reason to travel back here,
I need you all to make perception checks.
Oh no.
natural 20 for a 28.
18.
Also a natural 20 for a 22.
Okay, so
We all get natural 20s.
for the
except
first
I'm the
time-
one with negatives.
For the
listen,
first time
18
ever.
is okay. So you're having this conversation discussing fixed points, quantum, time travel, things that should be discussed in caves betwixt a goblin, a death knight, and a warlock, and you hear footsteps coming up that path towards the cave. You hear them because the steps are a little heavy, and you hear giggling and shushing. You all. So what do you do with that information?
Giggling like
Stop!
but like does it sound cuz typically in media two people giggle.
Yes. It is not one person
women-
giggling by themselves.
No, but no, I mean it like two types of people giggle, right? Kids and love-struck young adult females.
Sure.
Which of the two does it sound like?
Well, you guys did get nat 20s. It sounds like a young one.
Oh, okay. Hello? Is somebody
Sorry. Is someone in here?
maybe?
Turn wild shapes into a goat.
Nobody's home.
Sorry. We thought it was we'll just find somewhere else to go. No, shut up. I'll take care of it. Please don't. You see stepping into the cave. Maybe, oh boy, like 17 years old this kid is, in training armor. That's what you were hearing was like a heavier boot. It's definitely training shit, with like a baby short sword. Like it's very well kept, very well done. But you see long, beautiful blonde hair, a little bit of peach fuzz of a mustache, and like kind of like a couple of pimples, just like a little, not like a lot, but very much a hello kind of feel. Stands at the mouth of the cave. Who goes there?
Bang.
Yeah.
Oh, Jaina, it's just shepherds. I think they've lost their goat.
Oh.
Do you need help? Please, if I can offer any assistance. I'm in training to be a paladin, you see.
Greg Sog will step around the corner to go look at whoever's talking.
My boy.
By the light! The minute you do, pulls out a sword.
And
God.
Alithar will follow behind. Don't put that away.
Oh, Magister, I'm so sorry. Didn't realize you and were here.
Or what?
Yes.
Like who and what?
No, nothing. I wouldn't assume you see coming up like sort of next to behind a young woman about the same age. Again, beautiful blonde hair. So we got a type here. In Kirin Tor robes, but they're like they stop at like her calf. They're very much like, I'm not full Kirin Tor. I'm still in training.
Sure.
And like half sleeve, like they're not full robes. They're meant to look like a novice. And she has like a staff, but it's not a good looking staff. It's just it's polished, so it doesn't look like a walking stick. But oh, oh, Magister, I'm so sorry. We were just coming up here to discuss the scriptures of the light and you know, sort of get away from the tourney a bit. But I promise, His Majesty and I haven't been doing anything inappropriate, and I have not been sullying the name of the school at all.
No, of course. You're fine. He's gonna look at Greg Zog and then look back to where a goat is.
I dig. Come on.
Goat Durg has walked up and
Yeah.
has like circled behind Arthas and Jaina
Okay.
and is like looking at Alethar and Grigzog and just keeps going, "Bah," like nodding his head at them. "Bah."
Do we take him out?
lowers his head and kind of like kicks the back foot a little bit.
Alethar just
Goat Durg is getting ready to murk these two children.
Alethar just shakes his head
You could
slightly.
go back in time and kill Hitler, would you? That's the question.
No, you're fine. I was just back here researching.
Yeah,
Nice.
doing research and the
Mm.
likes.
Of course, Lady Jaina and I are just would you perhaps like an escort back to the tourney?
You seem awfully nervous. Is there
No.
a reason?
No, I don't. And you take care how you speak to the Prince of Lordaeron.
Eh.
Don't mind the goat.
She's, Arthas, can we just go, please? It's fine. I don't think they're going to tell. Well, there's nothing to tell. So, good day. He turns and goes, and she just, sorry again. Thank you. All this. Stop. Wait up. And just runs.
Durg the goat tries to catch Jaina's like moves so that she looks at him, and Durg the goat goes,
God.
You're good.
just
Weird goat.
Oh. All right.
Make history checks.
Oh yeah, to be clear. Oh, sorry.
No, go.
Durg was not like, oh, this is Arthas, like, let's kill him. It was, these two children have found us. Do we take them out? That was not a
Yeah.
that was not a going back in time and killing Hitler as a baby. That was going back in time and a baby sees you and be like, do we take it out?
Does this cause a problem? Is there going to be a time paradox because we saw this?
19.
18.
1918.
I have an 18 as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know who you just met. Prince Arthas Menethil and Lady Jaina Proudmore. when they're about 16 years old, which is, I feel like a good century before you were supposed to go back in time.
Wait a minute. Arthas is the name of the Lich King.
Arthas is the name of the Lich King. This is baby Arthas. He's not the Lich King. He's not king at all.
What happens to me?
You want to find out? So do I! So join us next week when we
Son of a
come back
bitch.
for some more World of Warcraft shenanigans! We're in a new timeline, kids. All bets are off. You thought you knew what was coming? You don't know nothing yet. Ah. Thank you guys so much for being here, for staying with us. Thank you guys for the raids. It's been wonderful. Gentlemen, as always, it's a pleasure. I'm gonna get you. I'm just mad that Cinderella can't kill you. Although she might be alive. But she won't know.
We'll just hunt her down.
She
and
won't
beat her
know
to
why a
death.
shark is eating her.
But it will
think,
happen.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, I
We'll just-
think
we'll just beat her near to death with a shark.
we're
and
gonna
then
see. We're gonna
return
see if that hatred
spans time and
spans
space.
timelines.
See,
This
what
is-
I'm thinking is maybe we go back now and piss her off, and that's why later, decades later,
She
she's just
hates you.
so pissy.
just triggered because of a goblin just wouldn't shut the fuck up. You, it's you.
Yeah.
Not again.
All right. Thank you guys. We're gonna go ahead and head out. We will see you next week. Matthew, we good? I know we will be.
Bye.
Bye.